It's a football night for the Mustangs. Hello, everyone, from Mustang Stadium. This is Vince Capozzi along with Jerry Dupay and Rick Franks. They're here to bring you all of the action of tonight's high school football game, being brought to you tonight through the courtesy of Atlantic Broadband Cable in cooperation with the South Union Township Supervisors. We also have some help tonight from those supervisors, Bob Schiffbauer, Rick Vernon, and Jason Scott. Atlantic Broadband Cable, Armstrong Cable, and Gary Smith and his guys down at CUTV. So all these people are working together to get you all set up to do this pregame show. So we'll be back taking a look at the Scholar athletes right after this.
Ted Sova Body and Fender Repair, LLC, is proud to be a sponsor of the South Union Township Sports Network. They have been serving the area with quality work and integrity for more than 40 years, and they would like to again thank their past customers and look forward to serving new customers as well. Ted Sova Body and Fender Repair, LLC, works with all insurance companies and provides assistance with car rental arrangements that coordinate with the auto repair work. The rental company will meet with you at our facility to accommodate your rental needs. As a member of the DuPont Assurance of Quality program, our refinishes are guaranteed and all repairs have a lifetime warranty as long as the customer owns the vehicle. Ted Sova Body and Fender Repair, LLC, clearly recognizes and understands the current and ever-changing atmosphere that exists in today's collision repair and insurance industries. So please contact Ted Sova Body and Fender Repair, LLC, located at Atlas Road in Hopwood. That's Ted Sova Body and Fender Repair, LLC, offering complete collision service for both domestic and foreign vehicles for more than 40 years. For more information, please stop by or call us at 724-437-2351. We care about the environment. We've always been eco-friendly facility, and we are currently going through the process of being recognized by the U.S. EPA's Design for the Environment program.
For all of your auto body needs, come to Ted Sova Body and Fender Repair, because there is a difference.
So please contact Ted Sova Body and Fender Repair, LLC, located at Atlas Road in Hopwood. That's Ted Sova Body and Fender Repair, LLC, offering complete collision service for both domestic and foreign vehicles for more than 40 years. For more information, please stop by or call us at 724-437-2351.
On behalf of the Laurel Highlands School District, myself, the Laurel Highlands School Board, staff, and students, welcome everyone here tonight for our opening football game and to the 2016-17 Hall of Fame inductees. Starting off tonight, it's a pleasure to introduce Dr. Ronald Smorata. Graduated from North Union in 1964 and then from Waynesburg College with a chemistry degree. After a year of teaching at North Union, he went to Officer Candidate School in Newport, Rhode Island. He was commissioned as a United States Navy officer with schooling in naval logistics, petroleum management. He was sent to Vietnam and put in charge of fuel supply distribution for the Navy. And unfortunately, Dr. Smarata will not be able to be with us today, but he will be here tomorrow morning. After his discharge, Ron received a Master's of Science from Notre Dame, followed by a PhD in organic chemistry from Purdue in 1980. He went to work for DuPont in Wilmington, Delaware, leading to a distinguished career in the field of non-woven fabrics and technology. He helped develop DuPont's flash spinning technology of Tyvek house wrap. And I think we see that everywhere if you see a building being built. Dr. Smarata left DuPont to head up sales, marketing, and R&D at Remy Incorporated in Nashville, Tennessee, where he led a company turnaround and developed the fabric marketed by Procter & Gamble under the name Bounce. And I think everyone who washes clothes and does laundry is familiar with that. He invented several other products. He moved on to 2 other firms before founding his own company, Onway International, which provides technology and advice to clients worldwide. Ron has used his knowledge to blend science and business in developing products to improve life. Ladies and gentlemen, please acknowledge Dr. Ronald Smarata on his induction. Our next inductee, Mr. Ken Lockery, graduated from North Union High in 1965. He completed electronic training at DeVry Technical Institute and later went on to earn a BBA and MBA degrees at the University of Houston. His education enabled him to embark on a career spanning 5 decades. Prior to his recent retirement, Ken was principal program manager with Rockwell Collins, where he was responsible for upgrades to Black Hawk and Chinook helicopter flight simulators for the Army. He also contributed to the development and production of the Army's first transportable flight simulator for the Black Hawk helicopter and oversaw software upgrades for the Black Hawk's flight computers. Ken spent a total of 32 years in various positions at NASA's Johnson Space Center, plus 5 years at NORAD in Colorado Springs. His NASA service included a 5-year period as a NASA certified instructor of space shuttle astronauts. Ken's numerous career recognitions include the Lockheed Martin Top Flight Award and the NASA Public Service Group Achievement Award. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back Mr. Ken Lockery. Our next inductee, Mr. Nicholas Cook, is a 1970 graduate of Laurel Highlands, a 1974 graduate of the West Virginia College of Business and Economics, and a 1977 graduate of the WVU College of Law. Nick was also an instructor of accounting at the WVU College of Business and Economics. He practiced law in Uniontown for 29 years, starting in 1977. While working as an attorney, Nick served as a volunteer lay preacher at several churches in the area. He gradually made a career change, becoming pastor of Abundant Life Church in 1999. Under Nick's leadership, the congregation in 2003 moved to a new building, which has become something of a landmark along the US 40 bypass. Abundant Life is the largest non-denominational church in Fayette County. Nick left the law profession in 2006 to become its full-time pastor. Nick has volunteered his time to the Uniontown community as a director and officer on the boards of various local service organizations such as the Salvation Army, YMCA, United Way, and the Rotary Club. Please give Mr. Cook a warm welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Nicholas Cook. Our next inductee, Mr. Mark Kempick, graduated from Laurel Highlands High School in 1979, earning an associate engineering degree in solar heating and cooling from Penn State University and a bachelor's in computer and information science from the University of Pittsburgh. He subsequently earned a law degree from Capital University School of Law and became licensed to practice in 4 states. Mark began his career with Columbia Gas in 1979 as a part-time night dispatcher and held numerous positions of increasing responsibility before leaving the company for several years to practice law. He rejoined Columbia Gas in 1998 as a lawyer and became president in 2012. He still serves as president of both Columbia Gas of Pennsylvania and Columbia Gas of Maryland. In this role, Mark is responsible for designing and executing strategies to fulfill his company's mission of replacing its aging infrastructure so it can continue to deliver safe, reliable, and efficient natural gas supplies to more than 446,000 customers in Pennsylvania and Maryland. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back Mr. Mark Kempick. Our next inductee, Mr. John Kazarick, grew up in Washington, PA, so he did not attend the schools of the Laurel School District. But you would be hard-pressed to find someone who has more red, white, and blue than he. In 1978, John started broadcasting sports events with WPQR Radio. He covered boys and girls basketball, baseball, football, and several other sports for all age groups. In 1989, South Union Township established a cable TV network, and John Kazarick was hired as a broadcaster for all its sporting events and all Laurel Highlands athletic contests. In his 25 years with South Union, John called over 4,000 games. He began hosting weekly interview shows in 2006 that featured people from all walks of life within the community. John was diagnosed with a serious illness in 2008 and had to undergo several operations. But that did not stop him, as he would watch recordings of the games from home and broadcast on tape delay. His resiliency and drive to keep going gave name to the John Kazarick Hustle Award, presented annually to a Laurel Highlands athlete who hustles despite overwhelming odds. In over 30 years of broadcasting, John made thousands of young athletes feel like superstars. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm Laurel Highlands welcome to John Kazarick. Thank you. Our final inductee this evening, Dr. Jason Yonker, graduated from Laurel Highlands in 1994 and then earned a chemistry degree from West Virginia University. He followed with a medical doctorate from the West Virginia University also. After finishing his residency, Jason received a cataract and glaucoma fellowship at Kesky Eye Institute in Detroit, and then accepted a faculty position in ophthalmology at Wayne State University. He served as medical director of ophthalmology education for the university, teaching the latest cataract and glaucoma methods and performing hundreds of complicated surgeries. Dr. Yonker has published multiple articles in his field and lectured at the state level. He has been accepted into the prestigious American Glaucoma Society, which requires a major contribution to the field of glaucoma, and is credentialed as a fellow of the American College of Surgeons. Dr. Yonker relocated to Ocean City, Maryland, where he is a practicing partner of the Chesapeake Eye Center. He recently oversaw the construction of his own surgery center, serving as its chief medical director. In addition, he is Wicomico County Medical Society's vice president and the director of ophthalmology for Atlantic General Hospital. Jason spends his free time with his family and competing in marathons and endurance racing. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back Dr. Jason Yonker. As we round up this evening's announcements and recognition, I would also like to welcome back Mr. Tom McLean from last year. He was an inductee. Thank you for joining us this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, as we conclude this night's activities, please give all of our inductees a Laurel Highlands welcome. Thank you for your time.
Good luck to the Mustangs from the South Union Township Supervisors, Rick Vernon, Jason Scott, and Robert Schiffbar.
We'll do it in between plays. On the first series, we'll do it in between plays.
And now,
we'll introduce their offense, their defense, our offense,
their national anthem, and remain standing for the Laurel Highlands High School alma mater. The color guard tonight is comprised of cadets from the Laurel Highlands High School Air Force Junior ROTC. To honor our Fayette County veterans, the cadets are also displaying a large American flag that has proudly flown over our county and was generously donated by the United Veterans of Fayette County. Singing the anthem tonight is Chamber Choir member Bella Leonardo. And now would you join us as we honor America?
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proud stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. O'er the ramparts we watch, were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there.
Wow.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
The Uniontown Chiropractic Center is proud to help sponsor the Laurel Highlands athletic teams and its staff. The center is celebrating its 30th year anniversary under the direction of Dr. Garrett Breakiron. The staff is comprised of Dr. Kurt Sturdivant, Dr. Gregory Hogan, and 7 chiropractic assistants. The Uniontown Chiropractic Center offers in-house x-ray, multiple therapy procedures, and massage, as well as a 4,000 square foot exercise rehabilitation area. The center not only treats spinal conditions, but performs therapy and exercise rehabilitation for post-surgical hip, knee, and shoulder conditions. Appointments can be made by calling 724-437-1910, Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. till 7 p.m. and Saturday 8 a.m. to 12 noon. Dr. Breakiron and his staff would like to recognize the outstanding work that John Kazarik has provided for the past 25 years as the voice of the Mustangs.
Welcome back to the Mustang Corral. Vince Capozzi with you, Jerry Dupay and Rick Frank beside me. We are ready to go. They are doing the coin toss before the game, and a very special guest we can see out there at midfield. Wonder if he called the, wonder if we had a call. He's making the call for the coin. Be curious to see. Laurel Highlands last week won the toss, and they elected to defer. We'll see what they're going to do now.
The captains for Indiana are Daniel Bourgeois and Zach Linders. Captains for the Mustangs, number 77, Brandon Chury, number 2, Ian Edenfield, number 14, Will Karwatsky, and number 52, Hunter Scott.
Okay, the Little Indians have won the toss. They want the football to start. That means Laurel Highlands will kick off. We're ready to tee it up. We'll do it after this. You're watching Mustang football on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Also, the other captain for Indiana, we do not have their name, was number 15, David McElravy.
Centers for Rehab Services, CRS, a part of UPMC and the Center for Sports Medicine, is a proud sponsor of the South Union Township Sports Network and its coverage of area youth sports. Make Centers for Rehab Services your choice for all of your physical and occupational therapy needs. CRS, located at 160 Wayland Smith Drive, provides physical therapy, occupational therapy, work injury programs, and hand therapy. Valuing patient satisfaction is one of their highest priorities. Centers for Rehab Services offers a patient-centered environment where each patient has an individualized treatment plan developed for their specific needs. They are experts in helping you recover from injuries, increase strength, and build endurance. CRS professionals have become highly skilled through a strong commitment to continuing education and advanced certifications to ensure the most cutting-edge and cost-effective treatment for their patients. Jim Burns, a lifetime Uniontown area resident, is a licensed physical therapist and facility director of the Uniontown location, as well as a field faculty instructor for Duquesne University and for the University of Pittsburgh School of Physical Therapy. He invites you to stop by his state-of-the-art location and discuss your rehabilitation needs. Center for Rehab Services is participating with most insurance plans, including all Highmark products, UPMC Health Plan, and Medicare. Available 5 days a week and offering extended hours for patient convenience. Patients are seen within 24 to 48 hours and walk-ins are always welcome. Patients may also be seen through direct access, which does not require a physician's prescription. CRS worked with physicians and other healthcare providers to help you find relief, live your life again, and get you back into the game. For more information, call CRS at 724-437-7500. Where you treat for physical therapy is always your choice, so ask for Centers for Rehab Services. It's your health, it's your choice.
Welcome back to the Mustang Corral. We're ready to rock here.
For us is number 13, Cameron Leza.
Cameron Leza ready to kick. There are two men deep to receive. And coming up, it's going to come up to the up man. That is Braden Laurel. Laurel makes a cut to the right, to the far side, and is brought down at the 25-yard line.
Number 7, Braden Laurel.
So that is where they'll mark him. Let's see where they mark him. It'll be the 20.
Up to the 26-yard.
They're going to mark him at the 26-yard line. That's where they'll put it in play, 1st and 10 for the Little Indians. Moving left to right as we see it in this first quarter. Indiana, the white uniforms with black trim, black helmets with an eye. The Laurel Highlands Mustangs in the traditional all-red uniforms with blue trim and white helmets. All right, the first chance we're going to get to see this spread offense. And we have a whistle, and Laurel Highlands has jumped into the neutral zone on the first play.
You know, that defeats it was very good kick coverage for Laurel Highlands. Lisa kicked it deep, which he didn't do last year. Kept it away from the deep men, but today he kicked it deep and great coverage, and now it's wiped out.
5 for Indiana.
It's also beach night here at the stadium. Kids have the leis on and Hawaiian shirts and beach balls.
Well, Mele Kaliki Maka. All right, they're going to give it to Noah Sleesman. Sleesman coming to the near side and is going to be wrapped up at about the 40-yard line. Trying to see, it looked like Mickens came up. Yes, it was Ty Mickens who came up to make the stop there for Laurel Highlands, but not before
Stop by number 24, Ty
Sleesman had a first down.
Ball to the 40-yard line.
Be curious to see with four receivers how much this sophomore throws, or do they run Sleesman a lot?
Now he's got 3 to the top boundary, 1 to the near. Sleesman has the football again, and he is met and dropped right at the line of scrimmage. Coming up to make the play for the Mustangs was Ian Edenfield.
Noah Sleesman stopped at the line of scrimmage by the Mustangs, number 2, Ian Edenfield.
For Laurel Highlands, it's about momentum, I think. I think
it sure is.
If they can get some momentum, they can control the game.
2nd and 10. They're going to go from the gun with a bodyguard now. Thomas wants to throw, throws over the middle. He has the pass complete there to Ryan Hoff. And Hoff is into Laurel Highlands territory at the 45-yard line, and Hoff seems to be injured.
He shook up.
Looked like he took a shot to the head, Jerry tells us. He's a little wobbly as he gets up. He will remain in the game, however.
16-yard catch.
Now he's managing to get his way out. I was going to say, he looked like he was a little dazed there. All right, we got a man to the near side, a man to the top, 2 slot men, and Hoff and Sleesman behind Luke Thomas. Sleesman has the football again, goes to the left, gets some good running room. He's across the 40 and down to the 38-yard line of Laurel Highlands. Make it the 30. Yeah, they'll give him the 38. A host of Mustangs coming up to make the stop. Good team support defense there.
For Indiana
going without a huddle.
Oh.
And we have a whistle as Thomas went back to throw.
Illegal motion.
Legal procedure. While they're marking that off, let's put the Indiana offense on the field.
The quarterback, Luke Thomas, 6'2", 176, sophomore. Wide receivers, Tommy Arbuckle, he's a junior. Chad Truman, a senior. Ryan Hoff, number 11, he's a senior. Noah Sleesman's the fullback. And Brandon Laurielli is the senior receiver.
All right, Thomas will set his team on 2nd and 9. 2 receivers on each side, looking to roll to the near side. Now floats the pass out, and he was looking out in the corner for Sleesman. The pass was too far.
Well, there's a reason for that, because Chad Petrich was right in his face mask.
And Chad Petrich is a nice kid, except when he gets on the football field, then I don't want to see him running at me.
No, he's in almost every play.
All right, they'll go from the gun with Sleesman as the bodyguard. 2 to the near side, 1 to the far side. Thomas wants to throw, has time, gets the man out in the middle there. That is going to be Trajan Jones, and Jones is all the way to the Laurel Highlands. There's a flag down.
9
down
yard
at the
line.
9-yard line. Let's see what happened.
35-yard pass.
Nice little play. They cleared out that little seam in the right flat, and he found some good running room to Trajan James. Now let's see what the penalty is. If you remember last week in almost the exact same situation, Rick, the Mustangs were called for a face mask in almost this exact location. Oh, it's a personal foul this way. It's going to be against Indiana, so that's going to help. That'll be 15 yards from the spot of the foul, which looks like it's going to be the 9-yard line.
That will bring the ball back to the 24-yard line of Laurel Highlands.
Jones was wide open. Somehow there was some coverage missed there, and he had a lot of room to run.
Quarterback had time, too. Thomas, he was even able to almost float and guide that ball down. All right, they'll break the huddle now. 1st and 10 from the Mustang 24-yard line, and it's going to be Sleesman again. Sleesman to the 20-yard line, down to the 19, where he's going to be brought down on the play by Laurel Highlands' Jacob Dukeman.
Another 5-yard gain. He's got quick 23.
Kind of the same thing we saw last week, Rick, where the opposing team came down and marched down. Looks like wholesale changes for the defense. Almost like an entire team came in.
They're looking for the pass here.
2 men to each boundary. 4 men in the pattern. Thomas is going to run. He's in trouble.
Edenfield drags him down.
Edenfield drags him down, not before he gets close to the first down.
I think he's a hair short. No,
Edenfield had him by the jersey.
Down to the 15-yard line. A 3rd down and inches.
3rd down and about a yard.
4 yards on that run. He was flushed out. That was a coverage sack there.
Yeah.
Plus they brought the blitz.
I mean, Edenfield made a nice play. It was just kind of, he just kind of slipped down there. He dragged Eden for a while. Okay, I formation this time. Sleesman has the football, has the first down, and is down to about the 12-yard line.
Straight ahead for the first down for the Indians. Stopped initially by the Mustangs, number 50, Marcus Papanovich.
Papanovich was in on the stop.
Well, they keep running that trap play. That's what Sleesman, he's following that guard, that pulling guard or tackle right up the middle. They haven't run him wide so far.
Nope. He'll be a bodyguard this time for Thomas at quarterback. They got 3 men to the top boundary, 1 to the near side. Thomas wants to throw. It's a blitz. He's initially hit
Quarterback keeper again.
On the play by
And that is
Chad Petrish.
Luke Thomas.
And then
looked
Luke
like
Thomas joined it.
It almost looked like a quarterback draw there. He had no
Yeah.
intention. He had 3 receivers on the right. I was assuming that he was going to float one to the corner or to the one of the flags on the left side. But
Rick, I agree with you. I really think that was a quarterback run all the way. I agree.
it didn't work.
Second down, and he lost a yard, make it 2nd and 11 from the Mustang 13-yard line. Thomas, again, has the receivers split on each side. Laurel Highlands shows blitz. Thomas steps
Great
up in the
blitz.
pocket. Forced out of the pocket, is going to be down to the 5-yard line.
Number 4, Luke Thomas.
They had him in the
Thomas
backfield.
made the stop.
They had him in the backfield, and he ends up with a 5-yard gain.
Trey Deso on the stop.
7-yard gain.
Down to the 6-yard line.
Deso was also in on the stop.
Your third down is about 4.
3rd and 4 from the 6-yard line. They can get a first down without getting a touchdown.
That wasn't a designed run, though.
Uh-oh, we got something going on here. They got 3 to the top, 1 to the near side. And Sleesman will go off right tackle.
He's going to get 1.
Ball carrier.
I thought there was motion on the right
I
side
thought
there.
so, too. Looked like Petrish was in on the stop, but I thought it looked like half the team moved and half didn't. It looked very odd.
And there was no call.
All right, well, the Mustang defense makes a stand, and we're going to see a field goal attempt here at the post to the right.
The kicker,
The field goal for
Tyler Mulak?
is number
No,
2.
yeah, Tyler Mulak.
Mulek, right-handed kicker. They'll go after out of a Laurel hold. Laurel puts it down. The kick is up, and it sneaks through. It wasn't the prettiest thing, but it served the purpose. It goes through the upright. So with 6:04 to go in the first period, they'll come back up the field. The score is Indiana 3, Laurel Highlands nothing. We'll be back. You're watching Mustang football on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Here we go, Mustangs, here we go. 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 Who are you rooting for?
Welcome back to the Mustang Corral. Vince Capozzi, Rick Frank, Jerry Dupay with you. Indiana takes the first possession, marches 70 yards, and finishes it with a, what do we officially call that field goal? What was the length?
It's a 7-yard field goal.
17 yards. Uh-oh, there's an... The onside kick is going to be dropped by Laurel Highlands and picked up by Indiana. Confusion in the front line of Laurel Highlands.
Covered by number 2. Tyler
Unfortunately, John Lightsey dove for the ball
Ball's at the 45-yard line.
and tipped it away,
Indiana.
and Indiana fell on it.
Yeah, Tyler Mulak, the kicker.
Lightsey tried to make a play on the ball because it was past the 10 yards.
Yeah, right.
He had to do something, and it took a bad bounce.
All right, 3 to the near side. Thomas will throw again. Has plenty of time. Still looking and tries to hit a slant. He had 2 receivers in the area. Threw it right between both of those. He had Chad Truman there.
Pass is incomplete.
And also Ryan Hoff.
Second down.
It looks like Chury dropped back in the coverage there, and Thomas really was kind of dancing back there. He had happy feet, and he was looking for an escape route.
2nd and 10. Sleesman has the ball off the left side. Breaks a tackle at the 50, still on his feet, and down to the Laurel Highlands 49-yard line.
Edenfield had him at the line of scrimmage but couldn't wrap him up.
Looked like Nick Favario put him away.
Stop by number 25, Robbie Slater.
So Slater. Quarterback keeper for Thomas. He falls through it and has the first down.
Luke Thomas to the 44-yard line. And it's a first.
You know, for a sophomore,
Indiana.
Thomas is standing in there. He looks like an experienced quarterback. He played, I think, a few games last year when their senior got hurt. But so he has some game experience, but he doesn't look like a sophomore. This is his first full season.
All right, Hoff is to the near side. They're going to run that way with Fleesman, but we have a flag on the play.
Looks like illegal procedure.
That's it, illegal procedure, and that will be against Indiana. Their third penalty of the night. 5-yard penalty will take it back to midfield, make it first down and 15 for the Little Indians.
Will be first and 15
at the Laurel Highlands 49-yard line.
I tell you, the front line of the Mustangs has been controlling the line of scrimmage there. They've been penetrating, and particularly this series and last series. Ball on the ground.
There's a fumble again. There's a big pow on the floor, but it looks like the Indians got it back. Thomas got his own fumble back.
That was a one-hopper. It bounced straight into his hands.
It's that AstroTurf bounce. You don't get that on real grass. That ball bounces sideways on real grass.
I like the old days.
I do. I miss those days. Of course, I didn't have to play on it, so... They say that playing on this is just like playing on grass.
Except without the stains.
Yep. All right, Thomas from the gun. 2 to the near side, 1 to the far side. Looking to throw to the far side. Nice little slant there. And it's going to be a first down. Catching the football is Tommy Arbuckle.
To number 9, Thomas Arbuckle. He is stopped by number 9, Ronnie Roseberg for Laurel Highlands.
Roseberg makes the stop, but a first down for Indiana. Thomas is going to go from the gun again. Two men to each side. I want to welcome everyone that's joining us on WMBS for Davis & Davis bonus coverage. 3-0 here. The Mustangs are trailing, and now this is Sleesman with the football. Sleesman has a first down all the way down to the Laurel Highlands 18-yard line. He's brought down there on the play by Sean Richter.
And we have an official's timeout.
Officials timeout. Looks like Thomas is going to tie his shoe. Just to catch you up, here on the Davis & Davis bonus coverage, the Little Indians got the football on the opening kickoff. They went 67 yards in 8 plays before Tyler Mulak had a 17-yard field goal. The Indians then recovered the onside kick. Sleesman has the football again. Sleesman down to the 20, to the 15, breaks the tackle, heading to the corner, the 10, the 5, and run out of bounds. No, they say he gets into the end zone.
That was a generous call.
So Sleesman in from 18 yards out. So Indiana scores again to make it 9-0. As we said, Indiana then recovered the onside kick, and now they have gone 55 yards in 6 plays. And Sleesman has the touchdown. Now Mulak from the post to the right.
Attempting the extra point is number 2, Tyler Mulak.
Tyler Mulak. And that kick is low, but it managed to get through. So with 3:34 left in the first quarter, the teams will come back up the field with the score Indiana 10 and Laurel Highlands nothing. Rick, kind of almost the exact same situation we found ourselves in last week with Mount Pleasant.
Yeah, well, you turn the ball over and bad things happen. It's a drive killer. They didn't even get to handle the ball at all.
No, not at all. Well, we're gonna break for those of you on the television side. You're watching Mustang football on the South Union Township Television Network. The Mustang Corral 10-0. Indiana leads, and let's see if they try that onside kick again. I think Laurel Highlands might be ready for it.
You got some different players up front.
They do it again, and it goes out of bounds. And the flag will be, because the ball went out of bounds, it's illegal procedure, and the ball will be given to Laurel Highlands 25 yards from the initial problem, so that will be that would be the 35 unless they say that it was knocked out.
Indiana had almost recovered that ball.
Well, not sure what they're doing there. Illegal procedure against Indiana, but
they're going to take it where it went out?
I guess that's what they're going to do because it's shorter than the 25 yards.
Oh, offsides on the kickoff.
Offsides, okay.
Sorry about that.
Mustangs will begin first and 10 from their own 46-yard line.
Kowalski tries to get around the corner, and he is hit and dropped.
From Laurel Highlands. He is stopped instantly by Indiana at the line of scrimmage.
Somehow he did pick up oh, no, I guess not.
Well, he got back to the line of scrimmage, so that will make it 2nd down and 10 for Laurel Highlands. Laurel Highlands touching the football for the first time. Karwatsky now, man to the far boundary, 2 wings. Motion man to the far side. Long count. Karwatsky this time gives the ball to Savini. Savini across the 50 and down to the 44-yard line.
PJ Savini.
Nice
PJ Savini,
gain.
nice little grain there.
To the 44-yard line.
That's exactly the way you want to start.
It'll be a 3rd down.
3rd down in the yard. Referee's timeout. We'll see what's going on here. It's an official's timeout. Couldn't tell what was going on there. 3rd and inches for the Laurel Highlands Mustangs. Karwatsky has him under center. Now we're blowing the whistle again.
Official's timeout.
There's going to be a conference. Line judge saw something he's not sure about. Actually, he's going to want to measure. Now they're going to give him the 1st down.
Ruled now 1st and 10 for Laurel Highlands.
Wow, you don't see that every day where the linesman comes over and says, hey, I think we better take another look at this, and they just automatically go bang. You know, guys, while we have this pause in the action, I want to take a moment to congratulate our John Kazarek, who was honored, inducted into the Laurel Highlands Football Hall of Fame tonight. And John, it was so good to see you out on the field, and we miss you, buddy. This seat's always going to be yours, no matter who's actually sitting in it.
Absolutely.
Karwatsky keeps it himself, and he is going to be hit and dropped as he tried to get around the corner. Coming up to make the stop was Trajan Jones, the defensive end.
The quarterback keeper for Laurel Highlands.
Looks like Indiana watched some film.
Yep, looks like they did. 2nd down and 9.
Stopped by number 60, Alex.
Karwatsky 1 yard on 2 carries.
Does gain about a yard on the play. 2nd and 9.
2nd down and 9. They break the huddle. Motion man to the near side. 2 wing backs. And he's got Savini way off to the right. But they'll give it this time to Jake McClusack, and McClusack breaks the tackle, still on his feet, and all the way down to the Indiana 24-yard line.
Number 1, Jacob McClusack.
McClusack with a nice run, got a good block, and just took off there, Rick.
Yeah, 19-yard run. I think they played that read option and countered it with that sweep.
Well, you saw they gave us a formation we hadn't seen where there was really the I-back was set far to the far side, and they actually ran away from that formation.
They didn't run that play too much last week.
No, I don't think they ran it at all. They're in the same formation now. Savini just a little bit to the right of Karwatsky, who keeps it, and he pitches it, and this is Mickens turning the corner, 20,
wow,
and all the way down to the 10-yard line before he is finally dragged down on the play by Hackleroad.
He ran over Grant Hackleroad.
Now, you talk about good decisions there. When you see this on replay, watch how long Karwatsky holds the ball, and watch how well Mickens keeps pitch containment. So they had that relationship that when the defensive end came up, Mickens was there for the pitch. A very well designed and executed play right there.
Nice pitch.
1st and 10 now for the Mustangs. And Mickens has it, and Mickens is in. Actually, no. That's going to be number 2, Ian Edenfield. Beautiful play there. Little quick slant. They get the touchdown. He's at the post to the left now. Out of a car. What's he cut? Cameron boots it through, and it is up and good. So with 51 seconds to go in the first quarter, the Mustangs have answered. It's 10-7 Indiana. We'll be back. You're watching Mustang football on the South Union Township Sports Network. Welcome back to Mustang Corral. The Mustangs touched the ball one time, and they're able to answer with a nice little drive of their own. And the kick is high and end over end, and it will come down and be fumbled. Bounces right back to the up man. That is Arbuckle. Arbuckle is then snowed under, coming up to lead the charge.
Got his helmet knocked off.
Yeah, it was done so. So that's where they'll put it in play, 1st and 10.
Thomas Arbuckle, who's a starting wide receiver, has to sit out a play.
Ball being placed.
So Thomas will
1st and 10 for Indiana.
Lead them back on the field.
For the Laurel Highlands defense up front, we have Chury, Fivrio, Scott, and Makita. The linebackers, Petrish, Edenfield, Richter. And the defensive backs, Fike, Dukeman, and Makita.
All right, this is Sleesman. He's trying to find his way, picks his way across the 20 and out to the 24-yard line. Coming up to make the stop was number 75 for Laurel Highlands. That was Joey Conley.
You know, we're seeing some gang tackling tonight, Vince.
Yes, we are.
And not arm tackling either.
Well, that's been the difference. You kind of get the feeling if they could hold them, Laurel Highlands has some stuff for offense. This is Sleesman coming to the near side, going to be dropped at the 32-yard line. Mickens was there on the stop.
Number 30, Jacob Dukeman.
And Dukeman.
And that play was made possible by Nick Stauffer, who sealed the corner there on the outside linebacker and allowed Sleesman to get outside.
So they pick up a 1st down. Out to the 31-yard line. Nose of the football resting just at the 31-yard line. 1st down and 10. Inside handoff. This is Sleesman. Picks up about 2 yards on the play.
Tackled by Edenfield.
Edenfield makes a nice job on the tackle. And that's the end of the first quarter of play. The score, the Indiana Little Indians 10, the Laurel Highlands Mustangs 7. We'll be back with the second quarter right after this. You're watching Mustang football on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Tonight's game is being brought to you in part by State Representative Tim Mahoney of the 51st Legislative District. With offices in Uniontown and Chalk Hill, Representative Mahoney is dedicated to providing the best leadership and quality representation to his constituents. He can be reached at 66A Lebanon Avenue in Uniontown, 724-438-6100, and in Chalk Hill at 2925 National Pike, 724-437-2521. Good luck to all of the area teams from State Representative Tim Mahoney of the 51st Legislative District.
Welcome back to Laurel Highlands, where
33-yard line of Indiana, where
the Mustangs will have the ball 1st and 10. Or rather, correction, the Indians will have it first and 2nd and 8. Let's get this rolling here. 2nd down and 8. Thomas wants to throw, gets pressure from the backside, steps up. Home run ball for Hoth is way over his head. Missed that pass by about 10 yards.
Well, he didn't have a choice. He had to get rid of it because he got crunched by Bubanovic.
Yeah, it looked like I could see somebody coming from the corner, but then I had to look up to see where the pass was going. But that backside pressure prevented everybody from letting that play develop the way it wanted.
I was watching the quarterback. You were watching the receiver, but it looked like it was decent coverage downfield out of the corner of my eye.
It was pretty good. Thomas wants to throw again. They're going to run the same play to Hoff, and Hoff is wide open, catches in his drive at the 30-yard line, and is going to be finally forced down to the turf by Mickens and Dukeman.
Thomas a pass complete to number 11, Ryan Hoff.
They ran the same play, and what a difference a couple of seconds make, doesn't it?
55-yard pass.
It's a 55-yard pass.
And Petrish was right in his face and crunched him. He just flattened him, but Thomas had already gotten rid of the ball, and it was a perfect strike, right in stride.
Oh, he caught it in stride. That was a case of the offense just making a better play than the defense. We have a whistle as Thomas takes the snap.
Looks like it's on LH.
You know, Rick, that's something that people forget. They would look at that and say, "Oh man, the secondary did this or whatever." You have to give the other team some credit too. They just executed that play better than the Laurel Highlands defense did.
Again, I was watching the quarterback in the line.
Yeah.
I'm guessing that there was probably a pretty good move by the receiver.
It was. The whole key to that, while the Mustangs have jumped offside, so that'll make it a 1st down and 5 from the 9-yard line. But one of the things that I noticed was just a perfect pass. Now this is Sleesman again. Sleesman down around the 5-yard line. He'll be short of the 1st down.
Sleesman 79 yards already. You know, with 4 wide receivers, I fully expected to see more balls in the air. There's a few, and certainly there was a great catch, deep ball there, but with 4 receivers.
Richter made the stop at the 4-yard line, 2nd and inches. Well, I thought so too, but if you're running the ball the way they're running the ball, would you bother to throw it?
Well, it keeps the defense honest.
And that's why you saw that long pass.
I tell you, this Thomas looks like a veteran.
Thomas wants to throw in the corner for Hopp. It's just a little throw-up play, and he's got it. Little jump ball play in the corner. He out-jumps Mickens for the touchdown.
Touchdown, Indiana.
So that was a, what did we say that was, a 7-yard pass?
It was 4-yard pass. Oh, you mean the long one? It was 55.
No, that one.
That one was 4 yards.
All righty, now Tyler Mulak.
Indiana.
At the post to the left, and that kick is blocked. Trying to see, it looked like the guy to get the big paw on it was Chad Petrish. So 10:53 to go in the second quarter. 16-7, the Indians lead. We'll be back. You're watching Laurel Highlands football on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Smith, Lewis & Chess, Financial Services in Uniontown, would like to wish the Laurel Highlands football team and their coaches good luck this football season.
Time 10 o'clock tomorrow morning.
I was told that game was canceled. Welcome back to Laurel Highlands.
Game has been canceled.
Where the Indiana Indians, again, on their third possession of the game, have managed to score. 55-yard pass from Luke Thomas to Ryan Hoff set up that score. A 4-yard pass again from Luke Thomas to Hoff. Now they'll pooch it again. It is not going to go the required yardage. It goes barely to the 44-yard line.
And with penalty flag.
You know, Thomas, he's doing an excellent job for Indiana. He has 112 yards passing, only one incompletion. No interceptions.
Right.
No tip balls. He's made a lot of good decisions.
Mm-hmm.
He has a nice throwing technique, too. He looks pretty natural throwing the ball.
He stands very confidently in the pocket. All right, Laurel Highlands going to put the ball in play now. 16-7, they trail. Their second chance to touch the football. They marched it all the way down the last time for a score. They'll go from the Indiana 41-yard line.
It's always good when you start on that side of the 50.
Savini load setback, man in motion. Savini has it. Savini across the 40 and down to the 38-yard line. Coming up to make the stop.
Stop by number 56, Cameron Richards.
Richards was on the stop.
To the 30.
Well, they didn't bite on that sweep. They didn't bite on the sweep that time.
Did not, but he still was able to pick up about 3 yards. So 2nd down and 7. Those are the football resting just shy of the 43-yard line of Indiana. Karwatsky keeps it, decides to keep it and not pitch it, and he is slammed to the turf at the 44-yard line. Coming out to make the stop for the Little Indians was Alex Donahue.
Stop by the Indians, number 60, Alex Donahue, and number 56.
Picked up 8 there.
So 3rd down and 3.
3rd and 3.
They'll break the huddle. Kowalski will go under center. Receiver to the near boundary, 2 wingmen, and a running back. That's Savini in the backfield. Long count for Karwatsky. Delvarme came and then went away, and the time clock, the play clock runs out. It'll be delay of game. That'll be a 5-yard penalty, and that changes the complete complexion of the play for this down. Now make it 3rd down and 7.
You know, one of the problems, Laurel Highlands has been effective when they run plays. They just haven't run enough plays.
No. Yeah, look. Kowalski's looking right at the 25-second clock, not sure what might have happened there. This time he gives it to Savini. Savini's got some decent running room down to the 45-yard line. Holding on there for was Alex Donahue for the Indians. Cam Richards was there.
Donahue at the 35-yard line via 4th down and 4.
So they'll mark it just shy of the 35-yard line. 4th and 4. Mustang's going to go for it. 9:12 to go on a turning 2nd quarter clock. Receiver to the near side, and now the Mustangs are going to talk about it, try to get some organization. Zach just on his way onto the field. We'll step out. 9:03 to go in the 2nd quarter. 16-7, Indiana leads it. You're watching Mustang football on the South Union Township Sports Network. 14-7, Laurel Highlands trails Indiana. Indiana scored on all 3 of its possessions in the first half. Laurel Highlands has scored on its first one. And now they have the ball 4th down and 4 from the Indiana 35-yard line. Karwatsky sets them. 2 wingmen, a receiver to the boundary, inside handoff. Here comes Mickens. They string it out. Can Mickens get to the corner? He cannot get to the corner. There's a flag on the play. Braden Sheely ran him out, but let's see what the flag was.
It was right by the tackle there. It may be face masking. He had a very high tackle on the.
Let's see where it is. They're talking about it. I don't see either team moving back.
We threw it toward the Laurel Highlands side, so that's not a good sign.
Laurel Highlands, their touchdown came on an impressive drive. 8 plays, 78 yards. Eden Edenfield had a 10-yard pass from Will Karwatsky for the Laurel Highlands score. It is a face mask. That's what we were looking for, except it's only 5 yards, so it will not be enough to get.
33-yard line.
I'm going to say it's not a dead ball foul, so it will be 4th down and 3 for Laurel. They'll make it 2. They'll have another chance at this. Karwatsky will bring them out. Receiver to either side, 2 slot men. Slovenia in the backfield. Motion man to the near side. It's going to be a fake pitch. Karwatsky with a little pass to Mickens. Mickens has good running room, has the first down, run out of bounds on the far side of the field. At the Indiana 26-yard line. Coming up to finally knock him out of bounds was Chad Truman. So Indiana
complete to number 24 for Laurel Highlands.
Finally able to stop the play, but not after Karwatsky makes a nice little pass. It's a first down for Laurel Highlands at the 25-yard line of Indiana. So that face mask penalty could prove to be a turning point in this drive. Now here's a run by Karwatsky. He breaks the tackle, and he's into the end zone for a Laurel Highlands touchdown. The Mustangs are on the board and have a chance to pull within 2. 8:22 to go. And Lisa at the post to the right. Ball is down, kick is up. Cam Lisa's kick is straight through. With 8:22 to go in the second quarter, things have now gotten tight. It's the Indians 16, the Mustangs 14. We'll be back. You're watching Mustang football on the South Union Township Football Network.
Indiana, number 9, Thomas Arbuckle.
Welcome back to the Mustang Corral. Laurel Highlands into the end zone on a 25-yard run by Mickens. Lisa's kick will drive the receiver straight back. That is going to be Arbuckle. Arbuckle is going to be dropped at the 20-yard line, maybe the 19-yard line, depending on when they spot it. So that's where Indiana will put it in play, 1st and 10.
That ought to give them a little motivation there, Vince.
Well, if they can make a stop.
That's what I mean. If
so far, it's been a case, Rick, where neither defense has been able to stop the offense.
No, and Laurel Highlands did have a nice advantage starting on their own on the Little Indian side of the field.
All right, Thomas is going to go from the gun. He's got Sleesman as a bodyguard, man in motion. And this will be Sleesman getting the ball, and he's going to be dropped very, very quickly by Ian Edenfield.
That's his first loss of the game.
Number 2, Ian Edenfield.
Edenfield sniffed that out. He was in the backfield. Sleesman never had a chance to get to the line of scrimmage. 2-yard loss on the play. Make it 2nd down now and 12 from the Indiana 20-yard line. Just get the feeling if the Mustang defense could get a stop, we got a chance at a lead here. And that missed extra point could loom large.
Well, you know what? That face mask call on Indiana is a big play.
Yep, absolutely. Thomas from the gun. Fakes the Sleesman, keeps the ball himself. He's not going anywhere. 18-yard line, the ball's on the ground. And let's see if they're going to... I thought he got it back, but he did not. Laurel Highlands has the football. And let's see who the hero is. The hero is for Laurel Highlands. It looks like it's Sean Richter. Yes, it is Sean Richter who got the fumble.
The Mustangs, number 6, Sean Richter.
There's the stop we wanted, and Laurel Highlands has the ball at the 19-yard line of Indiana. 1st and 10.
The Mustangs' defense has been very aggressive all night, so I'm not surprised that they forced a turnover on the ground. They've been in the backfield a good portion of the game.
All right, I formation. Double wing, I should say. Mickens is the motion man. Savini has it. Now Karwatsky kept it. Nice job. Eludes a tackler. A little stutter step at the 10 and all the way down to the 5-yard line.
Laurel Highlands barrels his way down to about the 7-yard line.
Boy, I'll tell you what. Karwatsky had more moves than Allied Van Lines on that play.
He has 23 yards on the ground.
Nice little play. A nice little read. As we said, he has really learned and grown in this offense.
And that play happened because Laurel Highlands controlled the line of scrimmage there.
All right, Karwatsky has them set. This is Savini. Savini keeps his legs churning and is able to get to the line of scrimmage, pick up maybe 2 yards on the play. Cam Richards on the stop.
To the 4-yard line.
Again, Laurel Highlands
down to the 4.
Laurel Highlands is catching. I'm sorry, Vince. Laurel Highlands is catching up in the number of plays that they're running.
Well, we said that if you just had that feeling that if LH could get its defensive stop, they could be off to the races. Karwatsky will set him again. Double wing formation, receivers to the far side. Mickens in motion. And Savini has it. Did not get much running room. Don't know if he got back to the line of scrimmage. He did not. Stop on the play was Richardson. So it'll be third down.
Play for Laurel Highlands.
Third down and goal from the 5.
3rd and goal from the 5.
Will Karwatsky is going to throw. Little slant pass looking for Mickens, threw it behind him, incomplete.
He got lucky on that pass. He threw it in on the inside. It was supposed to be on the outside shoulder. He got lucky because if number 22 for
pass was intended for number 24.
Sleasley had picked that ball off, it had been wide open all the way down.
Conversely, if he gets it to the outside of his shoulder, it's a touchdown.
It would have been.
Cameron Leza at the post to the right to try to give Laurel Highlands their first lead of the game. Comes out of a Will Karwatsky hold. Karwatsky puts it down. Leza boots it up, and it is straight through and good. So with 5:42 to go in the second quarter, the Mustangs now take the lead. They lead the Indians 17-16. You're watching Laurel Highlands football on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Smith, Lewis & Chess, financial services in Uniontown, would like to wish the Laurel Highlands football team and their coaches good luck this football season.
Welcome back to Laurel Highlands, where the Mustangs have just taken the lead on a Cameron Leza field goal from 17 yards out.
That was a powerful field goal, too.
He left no doubt about it. Straight through. High end-over-end kick. Will come down to Arbuckle. He drops the football. It's bouncing toward Laurel Highlands. Everybody's diving for it. I believe the Mustangs have it. Let's see who the first... It was definitely a Laurel Highlands guy that fell on it first. Oh, what a great play that was. Johnny on the spot was Cheka Dussault.
Wow, that ball bounced right off of the receiver's chest and came straight back toward Laurel Highlands on a end-over-end roll.
It was like it was bowling ball rolling. So Laurel Highlands again forces a fumble. Now, once again, deep in
Fumble recovery by the Mustangs. Number 4, Chase.
Indiana territory with a good chance to get things moving.
1st and 10 Mustangs.
So,
from the Indians.
Second big turnover. Stops the play. Now we've got a referee's whistle. He's come to the side. Wants to talk to Laurel Highlands coach Zach Just. For those of you listening on WMBS to our Davis and Davis bonus coverage, let's catch you up. Ty Mickens ran one out from 24 yards out at the 8:22 mark to bring the Mustangs to a 16-14 score with Cameron Lees' kick. And then after a fumble recovery, Lees nailed a 15-yard field goal at 5:42, 10 seconds ago, to give the Mustangs a 17-16 lead. And then a fumble recovery by Laurel Highlands on the ensuing kickoff puts it at the 30-yard line. Some type of warning is going on, we're being told. Not what it was. Coach Zach Just is not happy.
He's throwing his arms up.
Not really sure. Illegals. We'll have to get a... I've not quite seen that call before. A warning. It was a warning
to the other
signal.
side too.
So I'm not really sure what it is. I heard someone on the press box say about warning. Whatever it was, Zach just didn't like it because he kind of threw his hands up. They've not marched off any penalties, so.
And they didn't. They talked longer to Coach Justin than they did to Coach Snyder in Indiana.
Yeah. So I don't know if it was a warning that the team was too close to the field or what. Karwatsky under center. Keeps the ball. He's going to throw. He's got Mickens in and out of his hands at the 10-yard line.
Karwatsky's pass.
Mickens making a nice little cut. Not sure if Ryan Hoff, the defensive back, got a hand on it.
Second down.
Might have just threw Mickens' concentration off, but second down and 10 now. Laurel Highlands at the Indiana 30-yard line.
That's Karwatsky's second pass. Second one was incomplete. First one was a 10-yard touchdown to Ian Edenfield.
Mickens is in motion. They give it to Savini. Savini across the 30-yard line and down to the 28-yard line.
P.J. Savini from Laurel Highlands.
So that'll make it third down and 8 now.
Third down and 8.
Laurel Highlands needs to capitalize on this. They're up 17-16 with 5 minutes to go in the second quarter. Glad you could join us on WMBS for Davis and Davis bonus coverage. Receiver to either side, two wingmen. Will Karwatsky wants to throw. A little slant over the middle, and it is going to be complete over there. Looked like Jacob Dukeman has it at the 9-yard line. Fumbled it or juggled it a little bit and then pulled it in, Rick. And so that's going to mean that the Mustangs have the first down they wanted. Nice little slant pass.
That seems to be Karwatsky's specialty is the slant pass over the middle. Although that's a dangerous pass. A lot of hands can get in there and tip that. That's what he's comfortable with.
There were two guys last year that ran that pretty well. I can't remember their names.
Yeah, don't tell Jimmy.
Won't tell Jimmy Pierce that. Karwatsky on the read option, going to turn it upfield. Fights his way down to the 5-yard line. Gain of 7 on the play. Make it second down now, or third down and 3.
As we've seen the last 1.5 games, Karwatsky's made a lot of good decisions and holds on to the ball. When he makes a decision, he executes it.
They struggled a little bit early in that game, but as that game went on, he became much more confident in making those reads and being able to pull the football away from the stomach of the running back. And it looks like that's going to be Karwatsky keeping it for the touchdown.
And the quarterback keeper.
Will Karwatsky again with a 4-yard touchdown run. So Laurel Highlands stakes a bigger claim to the lead.
Clip to the extra point for Laurel Highlands, number 13, Cameron Lisa.
Lisa at the post to the right.
Karwatsky to hold.
Right-footed kicker. Karwatsky puts it down. Lisa boots it up, and you betcha, straight through the upright. So with 3:41 to go in the second quarter, the Mustangs have opened up a 24-16 lead over the Indiana Little Indians. We're going to send it back to WMBS now. That has been Davis and Davis bonus coverage.
Lisa kicking off for Laurel Highlands. And once again, back for Indiana, it is number 9, Thomas.
Welcome back to the Mustang Corral. A happy Mustang Corral right now, 24-16. The Mustangs have taken the lead. Arbuckle driven back to the 4-yard line. He drops it again. This time it bounces right back up to him. He tries to get to the outside, makes a move, and gets out to about the 28-yard line. Run out of bounds over there by Eden Edenfield.
That was Sean Richter that pounded him out of bounds.
I got to get my eyes checked. You know what? I just did.
To the 28-yard line.
It's a brand new glasses.
Well,
I got to get my money back.
In kickoffs, Vince, you try to kick away from the guy that can really run the ball, and in this case, you kick to the guy that fumbles the ball.
Kick to the guy who can't catch the ball. All right, Thomas will go from under center. He's got 2 receivers to the near, 1 to the far. Straight drop back. Once the throw has time, they're looking for Hoff again. Hoff got behind the defender, but the pass is incomplete.
This is pass intended for number 11, Ryan Hoff.
Had a couple of steps on Connor Basinger.
Yeah, well, guess who was in there again? 45.
Well, let me guess. I'm going to guess it was 25.
The Mustangs have to be feeling pretty good right now. They're kind of controlling the Indian offense.
They sure have. That fumble recovery, and I think even more, as you mentioned, Rick, that penalty for face mask really changed the flavor of the game. They have a pass over the middle. Now it's going to be incomplete. They were looking for Braden Laurel. That play was well covered. Laurel wasn't going to go anywhere but gets smashed if he had caught that football. So that'll make 3rd and 10. And this is one of the few times we've seen them in 3rd and long.
Well, that's his 2nd incompletion in a row. That's only his 3rd incompletion altogether. He has 112 yards in the air. And 34.
All right, he will send 3 men to the near side boundary, 1 man to the far side, and Sleesman will be his bodyguard out of the gun. Laurel Highlands showing blitz on the far side, or on the near side. Here they come. Little screen pass out there. The pass is complete. And breaking a couple of tackles and getting all the way out to the 48-yard line for
number 9, Thomas Arbuckle.
Is Arbuckle. So Arbuckle makes up for the fumble a little bit. Edenfield will make the stop it there in Laurel, shy of Laurel Highlands territory. They're at the 48-yard line.
Well, that play was made by number 7, who sealed the corner. I love the plays where a guy makes an amazing play. There's no stat sheet for it. It's like taking a charge in basketball.
The only people that know that it was a good play are his parents and coaches. Sleesman, little stutter step in the backfield. Oh, what a block, a pancake block coming from behind, but it's going to be a legal block. Sleesman is going to be run out of bounds at the far side of the field at the 42-yard line, but I'll tell you what, was that
That was a 5-yard run, but that was a dramatic 5-yard run.
Trying to see, I think it was Connor Basinger who got destroyed on a little crackback block there by Laurel.
That's another unkept stat.
Oh, he makes up for it now. Bam! Puts Sleesman down at the 50-yard line.
Noah Sleesman stopped instantly.
When they teach you how to tackle in practice, that's the picture they show you right there.
Well, he didn't have a chance.
Put your pads right into his stomach and drive him down.
49.
3rd and 7 from the 49. Thomas under center to the near side. One to the far side, and his lone setback is Sleesman.
I don't have a column for pancakes, Vince. Maybe I should.
Maybe we should. Thomas wants to throw, forced out of the pocket. He's going to take the ball down and run. Has the first down and is brought down at the 31-yard line of Laurel Highlands. Dukeman coming up to make the stop.
Stop by number 30, Jacob Dukeman. And number 7, Rocco.
17-yard run.
Laurel Highlands.
But it's a first down for Indiana at the 32-yard line of Laurel Highlands with 2 minutes to go in the second quarter.
Unfortunately, the outside contained kind of lost their way, and Thomas was able to get outside. But had they kept it in their lanes, they might have been able to stop him back there.
Now we got a flag, and I think this is
a penalty flag.
This is either going to be the warning on the side of it's a standing warning that has been delivered to Indiana. So apparently now both teams have been warned about standing too close to the sideline. When you're at the game, if you notice, there's a yellow line about 10 feet from the out-of-bounds line. That is where the team has to be behind. Only the coaches can be in front.
1st and 10, Indiana.
All right, Thomas, 1st and 10. Laurel Highlands showing blitz again. Thomas with a short drop, forced out of the pocket. He's going to have to throw the ball away. There was a receiver close to him, but he was getting awful backside pressure there.
2nd down.
The first guy in was Dakota Makita, and the second guy chasing him down was 45 Petrish again. And he just threw it away in the vicinity, but
Check out this with a nice little travel or pursuit there.
You know, I'm surprised Laurel Highlands got called for that warning. Since he's been here, Zach Just has been a stickler for players standing in the right place since day one. I've watched practices, and
they're very meticulous. Here comes Sleesman, evades a tackle, now cutting upfield, breaks the tackle, and is down to the 45-yard line. That's going to be a loss of 3 on the play.
I think they're going to give him back to the line of scrimmage. Timeout, it looks like.
And they'll call a timeout. We'll step out as well. 1:14 to go in the first half. The Mustangs lead the Little Indians 24-16. You're watching Laurel Highlands football on the South Union Township Sports Network.
A reminder to the Indiana and Laurel Highlands fans, make sure you stick around at halftime. Check out
Good luck to the Mustangs from the South Union Township Supervisors, Rick Vernon, Jason Scott, and Robert Schiffbar.
Welcome back to the Mustang Corral. Laurel Highlands leads at 24-16 with 1:14 to go in the game. Indiana facing a 3rd down and 11 from the Laurel Highlands 34-yard line. Fake to Sleesman. Thomas is going to roll, has some time over the middle. Pass is going to be complete. Braden Laurel has the first down. Down at about the 18-yard line. That's good enough for a first down.
Ball's being placed at the 17-yard line. 1st and 10.
That puts Indiana. Thomas over 150 yards passing. That's amazing.
Well, we were impressed. We had said before he hadn't put the ball in the air, and then all of a sudden, bang, bang. He will throw again. Fade pattern to the corner, and it's good for a touchdown. Once again, that is Ryan Hoff hauling it in.
Into the end zone. It's a touchdown for Indiana. Pass is complete to number 11, Orion Hoff.
Let's see if he goes for 2.
Yeah, it should be interesting to see whether he goes for 2 or not.
That's Hoff's second touchdown catch.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so here's the big deal. If they go for 2, they have a chance to tie it. If they go for 1, they'll go into the locker room with a 1-point deficit. I would think you would have to go for this.
You really don't have a lot to lose at this point.
Not really, because a field goal puts you ahead anyway. If you hold Laurel Highlands to not scoring again, then a field goal wins it for you.
Well, and
it would win it for you regardless.
And their kicker did make a field goal tonight already. You don't see a lot of field goals in high school.
No. So really,
to see 2 field goals.
We also had a personal foul on Laurel. Jerry Dupay tells us.
Jerry's on it.
Hey, Jerry's been doing this for a lot of time. We're going to talk to Jerry at halftime about that. Thomas will go from the gun. Sleesman's his bodyguard. 2 receivers, 2 slot men, both to either side. Thomas has time, gets rid of it over the middle, and the pass is incomplete.
Attempt for 2 is no good for Indiana. 52 seconds now.
It was attempted for Chad Truman for Indiana, but he was double covered. That was a dangerous pass.
Don't forget, in high school ball, if you get a turnover on a conversion and run it back, you get 2 points. So that was much more dangerous maybe than a lot of people realize.
Well, the coach has a lot of confidence in this kid.
He's shown a lot. He's shown a lot. .52 seconds to go in the first half. We'll be back. You're watching Mustang football on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Tonight's game is being brought to you in part by State Representative Tim Mahoney of the 51st Legislative District. With offices in Uniontown and Chalk Hill, Representative Mahoney is dedicated to providing the best leadership and quality representation to his constituents. He can be reached at 66A Lebanon Avenue in Uniontown, 724-438-6100, and in Chalk Hill at 2925 National Pike, 724-437-2521. Good luck to all of the area teams from State Representative Tim Mahoney of the 51st Legislative District.
They'll surely try an onside kick now. Welcome back to Laurel Highlands. Indiana has scored but missed the 2-point conversion, so 24-22 with 52 seconds to go in the first half. There was a personal foul penalty on Laurel Highlands. That 15-yard penalty moves the ball for the kickoff to the Laurel Highlands 45-yard line. Indiana has kicked short all night. One would expect that they would do it again. Tyler Mulak approaches the ball. And this time he kicks it long and deep and into the end zone, and it will die right there. You are not allowed to run it out of the end zone in high school football.
They wanted no part of a run back.
Yeah, so the Mustangs will get it on play. 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line with 52 seconds to go.
Here's a couple of stats. Luke Thomas is 7 for 10 for 168 yards, and he ran 22 yards. Noah Sleesman, 17 carries for 82 yards. For Laurel Highlands, Will Karwatsky is 2 for 3 with a 10-yard touchdown and 34 yards on the ground. Mickens has a 25-yard touchdown, 41 yards total. Ian Enfield has a 10-yard touchdown reception.
All right, Karwatsky sets his team with 52 seconds to go. And he will keep the ball. Nice job there across the 25 and out to the 27-yard line.
Straight ahead to about the 26-yard line where Laurel Highlands will now have it.
Drop on the play by, looked like Nicholas Wood. All right, receiver to the far boundary, single running back, 2 wingmen. Motion man, Karwatsky is going to keep it, and he is going to be hit and dropped at the line of scrimmage. Well, actually, they did give it to Savini.
To the 28.5-yard line.
3rd down and 3.
Savini has
and that's the end of the first half. They let it run out. So with 24, after 2 quarters of play, we find the Laurel Highlands Mustangs with 24, the Indiana Little Indians with 22. We'll be back to recap the first half and also have a nice talk with Jerry Dupay. We'll do that right after this. You're watching Mustang football on the South Union Township Sports Network.
There's nobody over there tonight, so.
Ted Sova Body and Fender Repair, LLC, is proud to be a sponsor of the South Union Township Sports Network. They have been serving the area with quality work and integrity for more than 40 years, and they would like to again thank their past customers and look forward to serving new customers as well. Ted Sova Body and Fender Repair, LLC, works with all insurance companies and provides assistance with car rental arrangements that coordinate with the auto repair work. The rental company will meet with you at our facility to accommodate your rental needs. As a member of the DuPont Assurance of Quality program, our refinishes are guaranteed and all repairs have a lifetime warranty as long as the customer owns the vehicle. Ted Sova Body and Fender Repair, LLC, clearly recognizes and understands the current and ever-changing atmosphere that exists in today's collision repair and insurance industries. So please contact Ted Sova Body and Fender Repair, LLC, located at Atlas Road in Hopwood. That's Ted Sova Body and Fender Repair, LLC, offering complete collision service for both domestic and foreign vehicles for more than 40 years. For more information, please stop by or call us at 724-437-2351. We care about the environment. We've always been an eco-friendly facility, and we are currently going through the process of being recognized by the U.S. EPA's Design for the Environment program.
For all of your auto body needs, come to Ted Sova Body and Fender Repair, because there is a difference.
So please contact Ted Sova Body and Fender Repair, LLC, located at Atlas Road in Hopwood. That's Ted Sova Body and Fender Repair, LLC, offering complete collision service for both domestic and foreign vehicles for more than 40 years. For more information, please stop by or call us at 724-437-2351.
Welcome back to Laurel Highlands, where at halftime the Mustangs lead the Indiana Little Indians 24-22. With halftime still going on, the Laurel Highlands band about to come out, and we have a perfect time to talk with our good friend Jerry Dupay. If you've done anything and known anything about sports in the last 27 years in South Union Township, those two men, Jerry Dupay and John Kazarek, need to be a household name because they have been the face of sports, not only high school sports in this area, but also doing the midget football games, South Union Rec League basketball games, and soccer games, just giving a lot of people involved in sports in South Union Township an opportunity to see themselves on TV, something that they may not get a chance to. And Jerry, just want to chat with you a little bit. I know that John was honored earlier today, inducted into the Laurel Highlands Hall of Fame, and I know that was a special moment for you.
Yeah, that's true. My brother-in-law, we got started 27 years ago, and we were just like Batman and Robin. I mean, we knew what each other was going to do, how John announced the game, and it made my filming real easy working with John. I mean, he I can't explain. I mean, John was a gem. He made the program. I mean, John, his announcing with the kids and with the talk programs. I mean, John just flowed in with everything. And one thing that we have to give credit to is Bob Schiffmeyer. He was the mastermind behind the whole deal. He approached John 27 years ago, and he had a bright idea, and he talked to the other supervisors, but he says, can we put a program on like this? And John says, yes. So that's how we got started with Midget League football up at the old Orford Park, and we just kept growing. Then we started Midget League baseball, basketball, indoor basketball with the elementary kids, and we went to girls, and then we started expanding. We down at Geibel, they asked us to come down to do a few basketball games, which we did, and then that's when George Bortz had the girls WPIL teams. We followed them through the playoffs. So, you know, it was one beautiful ride with Geibel and Laurel Highlands. We did Uniontown. We did swimming. I mean, we did all sorts of sports, and, you know, I enjoyed every minute of it. This is 27 years for me, and I do miss John and my brother-in-law. I can't explain it. We're just like brothers.
Yeah, we do miss John a lot. You guys made a great team. But tell me, Jerry, when this all started, did you ever think it would get to where it is now?
No.
I mean, it's very impressive.
No, when we got started up at Orford, it was funny. Our first Midget League football game, we was up on the old press box roof, and believe it or not, our first commercial was Davis and Davis. It was a photostatic coffee paper that I put up on the wall, and then the officials we asked officials, can you guys call timeout so we could put some commercials on? And they said, yeah, you guys just have a towel up there and just wave it at us. So that's what we did, and I turned the camera toward the Davis and Davis sign, and John would read the script, and we'd go back to the game. But that was our first year of doing stuff like that. And then all at once, people started seeing our programs and asked us if they could advertise. So that's how we grew. We used my camera for the first 2 years, and then we started growing with commercials, more and more commercials, and that's how we bought stuff. And one thing about it, there's no taxpayers' money coming out of South Union Township that puts this program on. It's all commercials and hard work.
Absolutely, and certainly it shows, Jerry. And you know, one of the things that has happened is this program has evolved with technology. A whole new avenue is opened up now, because now people who can't watch the games, maybe they work in the evening, aren't able to get when our show is replayed, but they have a chance to go on YouTube now and watch the game. That's got to be a big thrill for you to know that anybody in the world can log on and watch your work.
Yes, and you know what's really amazing? Last year we had a few college coaches called up and said, hey, you guys started to be on YouTube. What games did you guys do? Just happened one coach called, and we just happened to be doing the West Mifflin football game, and they was interested in a couple players, and they asked when it was going to be on YouTube. And then about 2 days later, the coach called me back, and he said, hey, you guys do a wonderful job. He says, what's your schedule for next year? So I said, well, you just have to, but they're planning on changing sections, and so he said, just let us know. And he did call me about a week ago, and I told him to go to the WPIL and see what divisions of the teams that he's looking at and see what Laurel's playing. So that's how things are going now.
That's unbelievable. You know, another thing that's happened, Jerry, too, is that while you have the tremendous support and cooperation of the three supervisors and a host of other people, the network has cultivated a great relationship with the local cable companies as well.
Right, and I'll tell you something. The biggest help out was CUTV. J.R. Wheeler just retired, but he was the backbone of us going with the Cal TV station. And if it wasn't for J.R., we would still be down here at the cable company. Now we're with two cable companies, Atlantic Broadband and Armstrong on cable, then plus on YouTube. So we're getting a lot of coverage. We're in a little over 130,000 homes right now.
That's unbelievable. When you and John were standing on that hill that day doing that first game, I don't think either of you could ever imagine what this looked like.
Oh, no, not. You know, it just kept growing. And I'll tell you something, doing it for 27 years, being around these kids make you feel young. You know, I mean, you just, I really enjoy doing it.
It's a lot of fun. If you've not had a chance to do it, and you do what we do, it is just an amazing experience. It's a lot of fun. You know, and I think the important thing is, Jerry, that is the thing that always came across with you and John working, is that no matter what, you always seem to have a good time. And that translated into John was a consummate professional as you are, but you still had a good time. You could do that without compromising your professionalism.
You know, I would like to let everybody know, in the last 2 years, you know, John was really, really hurting. And it's unbelievable how he said he still wanted to do the games. And I would pick him up and do the games, and he really enjoyed it, and I think that made him feel better.
When I was working at Penn State Fayette, how many times we met you guys at the door with a wheelchair for John, and we were happy to do whatever we could just to have him in the building, because, you know, you guys are very special to South Union Township, not only in the sports, but there's in South Union Township, which isn't always sports oriented, that grew out of this as well.
Right, you know, and then if anybody listening that knows some sponsors that want to help us down the road, you know, we're more than welcome. You know, so we're covered on YouTube now, so your commercials are going nationwide.
Absolutely, and. You know, that's the big key. Your commercials now will be for the world to see. But you know, it just, again, we got to wave at John. We didn't have a chance to talk with him today before the honor, but hopefully I'll have a chance. And as I said at the kickoff, whether it's me or Gary Frankhauser or whoever's sitting here, all we're doing is keeping the seat warm. It's John's seat forever.
Yes, sir. And I really, really miss him. I mean, it just was a dream working with him.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it. And, you know, it just sorry that things happen this way, but it's the man upstairs that's calling the punches.
Well, maybe it was his way of telling John he's got to slow up a little bit.
Yes.
Because, you know, John just was, because you guys love to do this, and you were doing everything. I can remember you doing my daughter's soccer games when she was 5 and her basketball games when she's 8, and now she's out here in the band. So you guys have been around a long time, but you made a lot of people happy. A lot of sports people, you know, got a chance to be on television that don't normally do. I know it was a thrill for my daughter when she was 10. So thanks for everything that you do to make it high school sports in this area so special. So congratulations on 27 years and 27 more, right?
I hope.
All righty.
Thanks, Vincent. I appreciate it.
Got a chance to talk to Jerry Dupay about the beginning of South Union Township Sport Network. We'll be back with the second half kickoff. We'll do that after this. You're watching Mustang Football on the South Union Township Football Network.
Centers for Rehab Services, CRS, a part of UPMC and the Center for Sports Medicine, is a proud sponsor of the South Union Township Sports Network and its coverage of area youth sports. Make Centers for Rehab Services your choice for all of your physical and occupational therapy needs. CRS, located at 160 Wayland Smith Drive, provides physical therapy, occupational therapy, work injury programs, and hand therapy. Valuing patient satisfaction is one of their highest priorities. Centers for Rehab Services offers a patient-centered environment where each patient has an individualized treatment plan developed for their specific needs. They are experts in helping you recover from injuries, increase strength, and build endurance. CRS professionals have become highly skilled through a strong commitment to continuing education and advanced certifications to ensure the most cutting-edge and cost-effective treatment for their patients. Jim Burns, a lifetime Uniontown area resident, is a licensed physical therapist and facility director of the Uniontown location, as well as a field faculty instructor for Duquesne University and for the University of Pittsburgh School of Physical Therapy. He invites you to stop by his state-of-the-art location and discuss your rehabilitation needs. Center for Rehab Services is participating with most insurance plans, including all Highmark products, UPMC Health Plan, and Medicare. Available 5 days a week and offering extended hours for patient convenience. Patients are seen within 24 to 48 hours and walk-ins are always welcome. Patients may also be seen through direct access, which does not require a physician's prescription. CRS worked with physicians and other healthcare providers to help you find relief, live your life again, and get you back into the game. For more information, call CRS at 724-437-7500. Where you treat for physical therapy is always your choice, so ask for Centers for Rehab Services. It's your health, it's your choice.
Welcome back to Laurel Highlands. We're ready to kick off the second half with the Mustangs receiving the football and leading 24-22. If you remember, the Little Indians won the toss. They elected to receive.
Number 2, Tyler Mulek.
So Laurel has the ball now. So far, this has kind of looked like whoever has the ball last is going to win. The kick is up and short, and coming to the near side is Savini. And out across to the 32. Was that Savini? No,
that was Ryan
Savini.
Fike.
It was Ryan Fike. I just saw the 2 on the corner. So Ryan Fike has it all the way out to the 37-yard line. That's where they'll put it in play. First down and 10 for Laurel Highlands. Fairly decent field position, and Rick, we didn't have a chance to, on the TV side, to talk a little bit about the
it's a 1st and 10.
A little bit about the stats, so we can kind of work those in as we move along. But a tale of two halves of halves, if you want to say, according to offense. Karwotsky now sets them at the 37, 1st and 10. Has the ball to the second back through. That's going to be Dakota Makita. Makita across the 45 and out to the 47-yard line.
Close to a first down. I think he's about 9 inches short.
And
Makita's hurt.
Looks like he's got a little bit of a cramp, it looks like.
Something in his left leg.
Or is he? Jerry says it's his knee. Jerry says it's his knee. I'm going with that.
That was a great run for a first down, 10 yards.
It is a nice little run. He hasn't gotten the football too much. And now Dakota is being helped off the field. And somebody else, there's another Laurel Highlands player down as well. Makita got carried to the sideline, but we can't see who's down there in between the coaches. So let's check the injury. We'll come right back. 11:48 to go in the third quarter. 24-22, the Mustangs lead. You're watching Laurel Highlands football on the South Union Township Sports Network.
The Uniontown Chiropractic Center is proud to help sponsor the Laurel Highlands athletic teams and its staff. The center is celebrating its 30th year anniversary under the direction of Dr. Garrett Breakiron. The staff is comprised of Dr. Kurt Sturdivant, Dr. Gregory Hogan, and 7 chiropractic assistants. The Uniontown Chiropractic Center offers in-house x-ray, multiple therapy procedures, and massage, as well as a 4,000 square foot exercise rehabilitation area. The center not only treats spinal conditions, but performs therapy and exercise rehabilitation for post-surgical hip, knee, and shoulder conditions. Appointments can be made by calling 724-437-1910, Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. till 7 p.m. and Saturday 8 a.m. to 12 noon. Dr. Breakiron and his staff would like to recognize the outstanding work that John Kazarick has provided for the past 25 years as the voice of the Mustangs.
Welcome back to Laurel Highlands. Mustangs lead 24-22, but a disastrous play there as two players go down for Laurel Highlands.
Two valuable players.
Two very valuable players. Dakota Makita has a knee injury. They're attending to him. And then on the far side, it was Ty Mickens, who's being attended to with an ankle injury. Karwotsky will throw over the middle, and the pass is complete.
Will Kowalski's pass is complete into Indiana territory.
To the 49-yard line. That was Chad Petrich, I believe, on the catch. Yes, it was. So Petrich gets the first down.
Little 16-yard pass. I thought that ball got tipped by that middle linebacker.
It might have. All right, Karwotsky sets his team again.
I'm wondering if that ball was intended for Petrich.
Might not have been. It will on the stat sheet, however. Karwotsky keeps it, and he is going to be dropped in the backfield.
Tajon Jones. There's a flag on the play. After the play.
Yep. Trajon Jones comes in to make the stop.
Looks like it might be on.
Let's see. Preliminary indication is a personal foul.
Yeah. Against Indiana. Yeah, I thought there was a little extracurricular activity.
So that will basically negate that. And we want to welcome everybody who's listening on WMBS, Davis and Davis bonus coverage, Vince Capozzi, Rick Frank, Jerry Dupay with you. Mustangs lead at 24-22. First possession for Laurel Highlands, for either team actually in this half. And the Mustangs have driven the ball down to the 32-yard line of Indiana, where they have the ball first down and 10. Karwotsky with a pitch to the near side, and turning the corner is, I believe that's Edenfield. No, that is actually, my apologies, that is Ryan Fike out there. And Fike is going to get down to the 20, down to, let's see, I think they're going to give him the 19-yard line maybe, Rick?
Yeah, a little 8-yard pickup there.
It's a nice little sweep, something else we haven't seen them run very much. Second down at 4, they're actually going to move it back to the 21-yard line. Matter of fact, nose of the football will rest right on the 21-yard line.
Before we got on the air, there was two injuries on the same play to Dakota Nikita, and who was the other one, Vince?
Mickens, Ty Mickens.
Ty Mickens.
All right, we've got a little swing pass out in the corner. It is complete to Chad Petrich. And Chad is going to be down to the 18-yard line. That looks like it's going to be third down and a yard for Laurel Highlands, trying to keep the clock and the drive going. 9:45 to go in the third quarter. Mustangs up by 2. Karwotsky sets them again. Out of the read option formation. Long count this time. Still a long count. Now a motion man. It is going to be Savini, and Savini is going to be wrapped up, but I think he's got enough for the first down. He gets down to the 15-yard line.
Hand off to number 22, P.J. Savini.
Cam Richards makes the stop, but the Mustangs will move the chains. So first and 10 for Laurel Highlands, 24-22. They lead in a game that they at once trailed in the first half, 16-7. But since then, the Laurel Highlands offense has come to life. Will Karwotsky sets the team, got a man in motion. Karwotsky keeps it off the left side across the 10, down to the 5, and knocked out of bounds at the 2-yard line.
Will Karwotsky down to
Karwotsky again, as we continue to talk about, Rick, just an absolutely amazing growth in his decision-making in a week.
Yeah, this game he's been, I hate to say it and jinx it, but he's really made a lot of good decisions and kept the ball tucked in there.
Been able to keep Indiana off balance. So we got first and goal from the 1-yard line. See what we'll do with it now. Karwotsky with a man in motion. He's going to try to keep it himself, and I don't think he got. Yeah, he did. He got to the end zone for a Laurel Highlands touchdown.
End zone touchdown.
I think it was Savini that will actually get the touchdown. He actually ended up giving it to, he followed him right in. So Savini has the touchdown, and Laurel Highlands has an 8-point lead pending the point after touchdown, which will come from the post to the right. Mustangs are going to actually go for 2 here. Laurel Highlands going to go for 2, man in motion. Karwoski with a pitch to the far side and into the end zone for the scoring play for Laurel Highlands.
Ryan Fike.
Very good for Brian Fike.
And that was by number 12, Ryan Fike.
So Fike gets into the end zone. That makes it a 32-22 Laurel Highlands lead. You're listening to Davis and Davis bonus coverage on WMBS, and you're watching Mustang football on the South Union Township Sports Network. Kickoff is end over end, and once again, Arbuckle fumbles it.
Fumble on the play by number 9.
It's going to recover at the 25-yard line, and
Indiana to the 22, where they'll begin.
This is almost getting comical. Arbuckle has fumbled every kick that's been kicked to him. That one, a lot in mind of the way the first one happened there, Rick, where it hit his chest and rolled 10 yards or 15 yards down the field toward the Laurel Highlands kicking team.
We want to welcome back the WMBS listeners on the radio. Laurel Highlands kicked off to Indiana and fumbled again. They kicked to the same guy every kickoff, and why would they stop?
That's what I say. You keep getting the same result. Thomas, little swing pass out here. And it's complete. No, he ended up breaking a tackle. He looked like he was going to be down, but all the way out to the 35-yard line.
This was complete to number 9, Thomas Arbuckle.
And it was Tom Arbuckle trying to make up for the fumble. And he does that again. It's the second time that's happened where Arbuckle's fumbled the ball on the kickoff and then made a big play on the ensuing play. So 1st and 10, the Indians will put it in play at their own 34-yard line. Nose of the football resting just shy of the 34-yard line.
They've made some big plays, but they've also been sloppy a good portion of the game.
Luke Thomas, the quarterback, gives the ball to Sleesman, trying to get to the edge. Sleesman will get to the edge, make a turn. 45, 40, run out of bounds at the 40-yard line. On the far side, Noah Sleesman picking off where he started in the first half.
That puts him over 100 yards at 108 yards on...
They really started.
18 carries.
Sleesman started quickly.
And it's Sleesman up the middle on that cross buck, or it's a...
little inside counter trick.
Yeah, counter play. And they ran it 9 out of 10 times.
All right, from the gun, Thomas with a bodyguard. Man in motion to the near side. Fakes to that man. Now he gives it to Sleesman. Sleesman on the Statue of Liberty play 35 and knocked out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
For Indiana. This time down to the 25.
Yeah, you don't see that play too much anymore.
And Sleesman getting up slow. But not before Noah Sleesman gets it down to the 25-yard line. 10-point lead for Laurel Highlands, 8:04 to go in the third quarter. You're listening to Davis and Davis bonus coverage here on WMBS. And watching the South Union Township Sports Network. Vince Capozzi, Rick Frank, glad to be with you. Thomas has 3 receivers now to the near side and a running back. And the handoff is to that running back. It's the new guy in the game, Trajon Jones. And Jones is hit at the line of scrimmage, maybe gets a yard on the play. Stopped by a host of Laurel Highlands Mustangs. Bunch of red jerseys when he
Number 12
made that turn.
Jones for Indiana.
Thomas, for a sophomore, has looked like a veteran. And, man, does he have a great deep ball. Big arc on it. Lets his receiver run under it.
He's got nice pocket presence. All right. Receivers to each boundary, slots to each boundary, and a sole running back. Play action fake, and he is going to be hit and drop. Say goodnight. Wrap him up in a small package.
Brandon Cherry was not biting on any kind of fake.
Brandon Shurey was there to introduce himself. They're good friends now.
On the quarterback.
Somebody missed an assignment because he was not touched on the way back, and Thomas was scared, man. He just went down. It was the smartest thing to do.
No, it was, because it was like, uh-oh.
For the 34-yard.
Shurey was in his face before. As soon as they did that play action fake, and as soon as he turned to face downfield, the only thing he saw was Brandon Shurey, all 6'1", 215 pounds of the junior. So now, 3rd down and 19. Thomas under center. Receivers and slot men to either side. Single setback. And Thomas will go down the field, and there's Hoff wide open again, and he overthrew him. Hoff on the post was open, but Thomas is incomplete, and that'll bring up a 4th down and 19 from the Laurel Highlands 34-yard line.
He got rid of it. He had to get rid of it quick, Vince, because Nick Viverio was right on him, and it was either that or take a sack with a fumble or something. It was not going to be pretty, so he took the better choice.
Laurel Highlands now getting some opportunities in the backfield to rush Thomas. All right, they'll go in the spread formation again. Sleesman is back in the game. Thomas will throw.
Blitz. Flushed
out of the pocket by a blitz. He's going to throw it in the end zone, and it's going to be caught for a touchdown by Brandon Lorelli. Looked like good coverage. Lorelli just went up and got it. Zach Justice wondering if he was across the line of scrimmage, but the referees will say no, so it's a 29-yard touchdown pass.
Thomas's 3rd touchdown pass of the night. And he ran for one.
Yep. So Indiana with a pair of scores.
Number 2, Tyler Mulak.
So Mulak at the post to the left to try to pull the Indians to within 3. And it's a fake. And rolling to the right is Lorelli. He's going to throw. It's a jump ball in the end zone, and it is caught for the 2-point conversion. The referees haven't given any signal yet.
That was a jump ball, and somebody tried to knock it down and couldn't get to it.
Now the referees are going to gather. We have not seen a preliminary call yet.
Laurel Highlands players are jumping up and down.
And it's illegal procedure against Indiana, so whether he caught it or not and where he caught it is moot, because it's going to be a 5-yard penalty. Not sure, Rick, if that was a planned play or if it was a busted play. It didn't look like Lorelli had any problem with the snap, so. Now
they had a field goal and some extra points, so they're an experienced extra point team, field goal team.
All right, Mulek now. A little longer extra point at the post to the left. And that kick is up, and it is through and good. So the score now is Laurel Highlands 32, Indiana 29. We'll be back. You're listening to Davis & Davis bonus coverage on WMBS, and you're watching the Laurel Highlands Mustangs on the South Union Township Sports Network. Thank you. We have to do it again.
Will be tempted again as we had another penalty.
Now they're going for 2. I think it's a little bit out of his range. He kicks it on a frozen rope and low. I don't know if he would make it from 30 yards. And another flag.
And we have another penalty flag.
It's just been flag after flag after flag here. I think this one I think is against Laurel. But on this particular point after touchdown, back at Laurel Highlands, Davis and Davis bonus coverage. We're still trying, while we stepped out, we're still trying to get this point after figured out. This is now the fourth penalty that's been called. This one against Laurel Highlands. 5 yards moves it back to the 10-yard line. They're going to go for 2 this time. Thomas sets his team. 3 receivers to the far boundary, 1 to the near. Sleesman. Fake handoff. Now Thomas is running for his life, running to the near side, throwing toward the end zone, and the pass is incomplete. So the 2-point conversion is no good. So let's check. Are there any flags? No, there are no flags. We're done with this play. So let's try this one more time. 6:27 to go in the third quarter. Laurel Highlands leads Indiana 32-28 on WMBS. You're listening to Davis and Davis bonus coverage, and you're watching Mustang football on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Kicking off for Indiana is number 2, Tyler Mulek.
Welcome back to Laurel Highlands. Mulek's kick is going to be short. And
the 20 will be 1st and 10.
They'll let it bounce. It'll roll into the end zone. So 1st and 10. Laurel Highlands will put it in play, leading by 4 with 6:24 to go in the third quarter. We'll see what Karwatsky and company have in mind now.
The ball was fumbled in the end zone and comes out to the 20.
High school football, you cannot bring a punt or a kickoff out of the end zone. It's a safety thing. Something must be really dangerous between the goal line and the 20. All right, 2 wings, the man to the far boundary. Karwatsky gives the ball across the 22-yard line. Savini, the ball carrier.
The Mustangs, 22, PJ Savini.
This has been a very evenly matched game between the two teams. The momentum switched back and forth, and personnel-wise, they're evenly matched.
All right, Karwatsky will send the tight end to the far side, so they'll be stronger to the top of the boundary. Gives it against Savini, open field, lots of running room, across the 40, 45, 50, inside Indiana territory, and finally a run down by Ryan Hoff.
Number 22, PJ Savini for Laurel Highlands.
And that was a long run there.
42 yards.
42 yards for Savini.
Make it 36, 1st and 10.
You got to give it to the guys up front, too. Edenfield, Lightsey, Bobanovich, Kuzner, Scott, and Shuri blew a big hole for him. And then he sidestepped the defender, and he was off to the races.
Great cutback for Savini. Bought him an extra 30 yards.
All right, they'll set it 1st and 10 from the Indians' 35-yard line. Karwatsky keeps it, trying to turn the corner, and he will not get very far because he is going to be brought down on the play by Mohamed Sasisko.
Stop by the Indians, number 28, Mohammed.
Looks like number.
And now we've got a timeout. The officials want to talk about something.
Number 11 went down on the ground. Looked like he had a problem with his arm.
You know what it is? I know exactly what it is. That's the blood rule. My guess is he's got a brush burn from the rug, and so that has to be covered and treated, and the uniform treated with disinfectant before he's allowed back in the game.
He was down on the ground on his knee, and I thought there was another problem.
All right, 2nd down and 10 from the 36-yard line of the Indians. Karwoski sets them. Receivers to the near side. Will gives the ball to Savini this time. Savini's across the 35 and down to the 34-yard line. And he is down there.
Well, that last run, and this quickly puts Savini at 76 yards. He started out slow.
It's a 3rd down and 7.
The Laurel Highlands,
so did the Mustangs.
Yeah. The Laurel Highlands just have now seemed to have caught their stride on offense. All right, Karwoski breaks them. Savini, the lone setback. The receiver is to the near boundary. Mustangs moving left to right through your living room tonight. This is a pitch on the far side, and cutting back up is
pitch out went to number 12, Ryan Fike.
And that's the second time we've seen that. Fike gets good running room. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line of the Indians. That'll bring 4th down and 1. Both Mickens and Makita are on the bench.
Injured on the same play. That's hard on the training staff.
All right, 4th and 2. Karwoski's going to throw over the middle, and the pass is tipped and incomplete.
Number 3, Grant Harkleroad got a hand on that. A little bit higher, and he would have had that ball.
That's it. He was looking for Rocco Delverme over there, and
Indiana takes over on down.
The ball was tipped by the linebacker, Jacob Kovalchuk. And so
number 7, Rocco Delverme. Indians begin 1st and 10.
It was a good conceived play because I think everybody in the stadium was expecting a run. That ball was just tipped. If Will could have got it just a little bit higher, but
the receiver was open.
Yeah. Defender made a good play. It's what we talked about earlier. Sometimes the defense just makes a better play. Sometimes the offense makes a better play. All right, Josh Thomas has his group out on the field. Sleesman trying to go student body right. Tries to turn the corner, and he's not getting anywhere.
Sleesman for Indiana.
They tried to seal that corner.
That was Dukeman over there that strung him out.
Gained maybe a yard.
Shed his block and sealed it up.
Mm-hmm. Give him a yard on the play, maybe half a yard. 2nd down and 9. Nose of the football just shy of the Indiana 28-yard line. Mustangs having trouble getting their defensive signal in. Indiana's broken the huddle. They've got 3 receivers to the near boundary, 1 to the top. Thomas is in the gun. Sleesman's his bodyguard. It's a little bubble screen out into the flat and turning the corner and running up with it.
Dukeman gets him on the other side.
Yep. That was Thomas Arbuckle.
Number 9, Thomas Arbuckle.
And Arbuckle able to hold on to the ball this time.
30, Jacob Dukeman.
Dukeman will stop him for a gain of 4. 3rd down now and 6.
To the 31. 3rd down and 6.
Ball on the Indiana 31-yard line.
We haven't seen a punt in the whole game.
No, we haven't. It's either everything is either ended in a score or a turnover. All right, Thomas from the gun again. 3rd and 6. Thomas wants to throw. Now steps up in the pocket, throws, and the pass is knocked down.
Chad
Petrish got a big paw on that one and knocked it down. And so we are going to see our first punt of the game. Well, just as Rick says that.
Thomas bobbled he was looking at where the defense was, and he didn't catch that ball cleanly. And he's lucky it didn't go on the ground. He kind of caught it down on his leg.
And we all know the trouble they've had when the ball's been on the ground. It's been going to the red team. All right. First time we've seen punt formation from either team. Ryan Hoff will kick.
Kicking the punt will be number 11, Ryan Hoff.
Ryan Fike's back.
Fike is back deep to receive. Hoff kicks the air out of the ball. Nice punt, turns over. And Fike fumbles the ball, but it's going to come down, and there's a scramble for it. Laurel Highlands is going to get it. It hit Fike's shoulder pad. It jumped about 6 feet in the air.
Recovered by Laurel Highlands.
Well, the ball was over Fike's head, and he tried to run back and catch it. I don't think that he thought that Hoff could kick it that far.
And the good news is that he saved himself. He got the ball back, so Laurel Highlands will put it 1st and 10 on their own 29-yard line. Disaster averted with 1:42 to go in the third quarter. Welcoming all of you who are listening to us on WMBS and the Davis & Davis bonus coverage. Glad you could join us. Mustangs lead 32-28 with 1:42 to go. And I just found out, Rick, we got to get a little shout out. The young man that we saw out there for the coin toss was Ian Eckerts. Helped the Mustangs call the coin toss today. Okay, this is Savini off the left side, across the 30 and out to the 33-yard line.
To the 34.
They'll give him the 34. Nice forward progress. Gains of 4 on the play, 2nd down and 6.
4, 2nd down and a long 5.
Nice little segment that you and Jerry did on the South Union Sports Network.
Yeah, I had a real. It was really nice to be able to talk to Jerry about that stuff and see the emotion in his eyes, and hopefully he can understand exactly what that meant. But there was a great play there by the left side of the defense on a running play they gave was to Savini, and he was hit by a team portrait of the front line of Indiana. Some 4,000 games the pair called together.
Yeah, that's amazing. It's for those of you that didn't take time to go to YouTube and take a look. The John Kazarick, Jerry Dupay recognition. John was recognized tonight by the Laurel Highlands Hall of Fame.
Karwotsky keeps it, turns the corner, gets maybe a yard.
Quarterback keeper.
Jerry and John definitely deserve the credit.
Absolutely.
That'll be the end of the third quarter.
All right, 3 chapters have been written in this mystery book. We've got one more to go. To find out who did it, you're going to have to come back. 32-28, the Laurel Highlands Mustangs lead the Indiana Little Indians.
And that is it.
You're listening to Davis & Davis bonus coverage on WMBS, and you're watching the Mustangs on the South Union Township Sports Network. Welcome back to Mustang Stadium. Laurel Highlands leads 32-28.
Beth Center.
Welcome back
County Coaches Tournament. The girls
for everyone listening on WMBS to Davis & Davis bonus coverage. Laurel Highlands will punt for the first time and getting that kick off and doing a nice job. And it's going to be down at the... Looks like it's going to be killed at the 12-yard line.
The 12-yard line.
That was Fike who kicked the ball. Or no, I'm sorry, that was Liza who kicked the ball. He's also the punter and the kicker.
62-yard punt. The ball was on the 36 and it's on the 12. Wow.
And let me check. The flag is not flapping in any direction, so he did that without wind. Boy, talk about changing field position. Wow.
He had to get it off quick. There was a man in his coming up on him.
That play went from almost absolute disaster to a great play. So Indiana will put it in play 1st and 10 from their own 12, trailing by 4 early in the fourth quarter. Thomas, the sleeves, he tried to cut back, and he got nowhere. Sheka Dosal.
He came in unblocked.
I mean, that was absolutely a crush.
He's holding his shoulder a little bit, though.
Yeah, he is.
His ribs.
Maybe his ribs. I mean, he delivered that with a lot of force. All right, Thomas will go from the gun. Trips to the left. One to the near side. Thomas is going to roll from the pocket and look to throw. Throwing down the middle, and the pass is going to be incomplete. Good coverage down there. He was looking for Laurel, and he had some nice coverage back there.
He had good coverage, but the ball was thrown right between the two defenders and hit both of his hands as he stretched out to get it. He had to kind of turn around, and he was off balance, but that was a good pass.
Couldn't tell if somebody got their hands on it. Not sure, maybe Petrish was able to tip it. Somebody tipped it on the way through. All right, 3rd down and 13 now. From their own 12-yard line. Thomas wants to throw. Chase from the pocket. He's in all sorts of trouble. Now he's able to throw it short. Should be good enough for the first down to the 28-yard line. And let's see, they're going to give him the pass. The pass was complete to Hoff.
Ryan Hoff.
15 yards to Hoff.
Run out of bounds by the So.
Placed at the 27-yard line will be a 1st and 10, Indiana.
Jerry spotting down there that we now can tell you that while we're not doctors, we can tell you what we see, which is Dakota Makita now in a boot on his left ankle.
His left knee. Dr. Dupay.
Dr. Dupay says it's the knee.
Noah Weisman.
One of them is being treated for an ankle, one of them is treated for a knee. We'll go with Dr. Dupay saying that it will be the knee for Makita. 2nd down and 6 from the 31-yard line now. Laurel Highlands trying to make a defensive stand and make a 4-point lead stand up.
On beach night,
at
the Mustang Corral.
Seeing all these people going by in straw hats and beach shirts and flip-flops, and just looks a little incongruous. Now we've got...
looks like a timeout.
Somebody's going to call a timeout. Indiana will call it. They want to get organized. We'll do the same. 10:15 to go in the 4th quarter. You're listening to Davis & Davis bonus coverage on WMBS, and you're watching the Laurel Highlands Mustangs on the South Union Township Sports Network. Welcome back to the Mustang Corral. Those of you watching us on the South Union Township Sports Network. 2nd down and 6. And welcome back to the Mustang Corral for those of you listening on WMBS for Davis & Davis's bonus coverage. We've got a flag on the play as the Laurel Highlands Mustangs have encroached the neutral zone. That'll be a 5-yard penalty and take what was a 2nd down and 6 to a 2nd down and 1. The ball going all the way out to the 20, rather the 36-yard line of Indiana.
I think that was a hard count to draw the defense, and it worked.
Sure did. Sleesman.
But he does
try to get a hold. You know, coming up to say, I don't think so for Laurel Highlands was Jacob Dukeman, and he was right there. Loss of a yard on the play.
We're calling his name a lot.
Those were the plays, Rick, that we weren't seeing in the first 10 minutes of the game. We were not seeing these plays. The defense was just being shoved around. Now they're the ones who, for the most part, are dictating play. Thomas tries to keep it himself. We'll see where they mark it. Chad Truman says he's got the first down. But the only guy that really counts is the guy with the white hat and the stripes, and he agrees. So it will be a first down at the 38-yard line of Indiana, 1st and 10. Indiana with a nice mix of ground and air.
You know, you said that they're controlling the defensive line more now. They didn't do it last week either. They did it in spurts. I'm sorry.
No, it's been consistent. Thomas wants to throw it. He's in trouble. He's able to get it off, though, and catching the football out in front is Noah Sleesman.
Is complete to number 21.
And Sleesman is going to be run out of bounds up near the first down.
Forced out of bounds by number 45, Chad Petrish.
Petrish was there.
That was a 16-yard pass. I tell you what, you're right. The pocket presence for this Thomas is amazing. He looks like a senior. He does not look like a sophomore.
He doesn't panic. He was getting big-time backside pressure. Sean Richter had him dead in his sights, and he just rolled out and found Sleesman wide open. All right, ball at midfield. Sleesman has it. Sleesman has good running room and all the way down to the 44-yard line. Ian Edenfield on the tackle, and again, when you start talking and calling those people who are linebackers and secondary people making tackles, it's not a good thing. 2nd down and 4 now. Trying to see who they've got out on the flank for Mickens there. Here's Sleesman again. Sleesman, good running room. 1st down to the 37-yard line. Slipped and went down there. And he went down right in front of Richter.
He just slips right through that line and kind of past the linebackers. It's very impressive.
All right, Sherman's march to the sea continues for Indiana. They started this at their own 12.
At 5'7", he can kind of duck under some of those linemen.
Sleesman's got it again. He's got good running room. Petrish grabs him. Got 5 yards again.
Sleesman once again for Indiana.
For Noah Sleesman, that's 25 carries for 150 yards. He's gonna
sleep well.
Night.
He'll sleep well on the bus.
Inside the 35 to the 34.
2nd down and 5. Ball on the Laurel Highlands 34-yard line. Luke Thomas barks the signals. He's under center. Sleesman the lone setback. Long count. Clock down to 7. Sleesman coming this way, but he's not going to get anywhere. Nice little blitz coming up from the backside. Ian Edenfield was there.
Indiana.
Nick Faverio.
Number 2, Ian Edenfield.
That play took a long time to develop. He was more focused on the long count, trying to draw the defense off sides, than he was on getting the play run.
Yep, they weren't ready. They weren't ready to run that play, so that'll make it 3rd down and 11 now. Ball all the way back to the 39-yard line. Vince Capozzi, Rick Frank, Jerry Dupay with you. Want to welcome those of you listening on WMBS for the Davis and Davis bonus coverage. And, of course, on the South Union Township Sports Network. Thomas will throw, and the ball is knocked down. Took a couple of bounces. It was hit at the line of scrimmage.
Pass is incomplete.
Trying to see who may have gotten it there. It might have been Faverio. He got his paw on it. Then it bounced off of Dukeman at one point, and then harmlessly to the ground. So now it's 4th down and 11. Indiana will go for it with 7:01. No, they're not going to go for it. Now they're going to bring on the kicking team. Thomas kind of looked over there like, oh, come on, coach. Give me a chance.
Well, every player wants that.
But saner heads prevail for the Indians.
4th and 11. If it were 4th and 2, that would be a different situation.
Ryan Hoff in to kick. Looks like that's Fike is the lone man back. Is that Fike or Richter? Fike. Hoff blasts the ball. Fumbled back into the end zone. And that's going to be it. I thought it came out. No, it is going to be a safety. I thought on a punt. Not sure why he even caught the ball.
Yeah, he had his heels on the goal line.
He had his heels on the goal line. Fike is tackled in the end zone for a safety, and now the Laurel Highlands Mustangs will have to do a free kick.
Laurel Highlands 32 and Indiana 30.
That's a young guy mistake there.
Yep. While they get set up, we'll step out. On WMBS, you're listening to Davis and Davis bonus coverage, and on TV, you're listening and watching the Laurel Highlands Mustangs on the South Union Township Sports Network.
No safety.
We have an official's timeout. It appears that there was no safety. There's a touchback. And it looks to be that Laurel Highlands will have the ball at the 20.
Welcome back to Laurel Highlands, and every time we get a break, things change. Apparently, there is no safety now. It's a touchback, which I believe because you cannot. Welcome back to Davis and Davis bonus coverage on WMBS. Of course, here on the South Union Township Sports Network as well. We were just in the process of explaining that we do not have a safety. Instead, it was called a touchback. So Laurel Highlands has the ball 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. More importantly, they maintain their 32-28 lead. So we tell people don't go away. We probably shouldn't go away either because that's 3 times that this has happened. All right, P.J. Savini has the ball. Savini's going to get about 2.
Straight ahead for about 3 yards.
That's a pretty big call, Rick, that touchback.
Well, it sort of reminded me of the touchback on the to the left side, to the south side of the field, where it bounced off of the player's hands and into the end zone. But I couldn't really tell from here.
I just thought that any time it was in the end zone, it was dead. All right. Kowalski wanted to pitch it this time.
Will Kowalski.
He wanted to get it to Del Verme, but
back to the original.
Never got an opportunity to pitch it because coming up from the one side was Mohamed Sissoko. And he got his hands all over the pitching arm of Kowalski. So that'll make it a 3rd down and 9 from their own 21-yard line. Mustangs moving right to left through your living room, so hopefully you got all the furniture out of the way. Kowalski wants to throw, and the pass is short and incomplete. He was looking for Savini, but he was actually occupied otherwise by the blitz from Mohamed Sissoko, so now Laurel Highlands will have to kick the ball away.
Well, this will be better field position for probably. Well, it depends on how Lisa kicks the ball. He boomed it last time, but this may be better field position for Indiana, depending on.
Hoff deep to receive. He stands at his own 46-yard line. Lisa is standing at his own 10. And that kick is partially blocked. It'll still make some nice coverage and get all the way down, and it gets the Laurel Highlands bounce and gets to the 42-yard line. But that ball was tipped coming out by Mohamed Sissoko, but they still managed to get it all the way across the 50. They're going to mark it right at the 50-yard line. So 5:29 to go. That is where Indiana will put it in play. Now they're going to put it in the 47-yard line, and they were standing by the 50. Not really sure why they were doing that, Rick. But so Laurel Highlands going to have to come up with a defensive stand here with 5:29 to go.
Net punt of 34 still isn't bad. Gets them on the other side of the equator there.
All right. Play action fake to Savini, and this is Chad Truman. And Truman is still on his feet and has the 1st down across the 40-yard line.
The number 1, Chad Truman. Into Laurel Highlands territory to the.
And again, there was a great seal block on the outside by Laurel.
All right, they'll move the sticks again down to the 40-yard line.
Indiana.
1st and 10 for Laurel Highlands, or rather for Indiana on the Laurel Highlands 40-yard line. Luke Thomas gives the ball to the first running back through, and this time that is not Savini, believe it or not. Or Sleesman, rather, believe it or not. That is Trajan Jones. And Jones has good running room.
For Indiana. To the 34.
I'll tell you what, the Laurel Highlands changed when the 2 men went out on the same play, Makita and Mickens. Once again, they give the ball to the first back through, and that is Trajan Jones. Jones is stopped by a host of Laurel Highlands Mustangs at the 31-yard line. That'll bring down up a 3rd and 1.
Yeah, Vince, you're talking about 2 starters, 2 leaders, not just starters. Those are the guys that the other players look up to.
Ty Mickens, a senior, 5'11", 165, one of them. All right, quarterback sneak, and it looks like Luke Thomas has enough for the first down.
Quarterback keeper down to the 27-yard line.
So that'll go down to the Laurel Highlands 27-yard line. Now, we kind of jinxed and we said that Laurel Highlands was kind of taking control of the line of scrimmage. It's now shifted back to Indiana.
Well, Soup will say I jazzed him.
Yeah, he probably did. Anytime we can blame something on Soup, we can do that, right?
Well, he's blaming it on me.
Yeah, but now we can blame it on Soup. I feel better. All right. Now we can check the injuries because they're right in front of us on crutches. Dakota Makita does have a brace on his knee, and I don't see Mickens. All right, they'll set it. 4:14 to go. In the game, Mustangs up 4. Thomas will throw out into the flat, incomplete. He was looking for his receiver at the top side of the boundary, and that would have been
second down.
Thomas Arbuckle.
Luke Thomas, 214 yards for the night so far, Vince.
Not bad. So they've got well over 300 yards in total offense.
They do, and 214, no picks.
All right, 2 receivers to the far boundary, 1 to the right. Thomas wants to throw, 3 men in the pattern. The pass is complete to Hoff. Makes a little inside spin move across the 20 down to the 18-yard line, and that's going to be a first down for Indiana. Edenfield came up to help make the stop.
To the 18-yard line, it's another 1st and 10, Indiana.
Well, Indiana's definitely made some adjustments. They've changed their play calling up significantly. Gone to a different pattern.
All right, Thomas sets his team again. And a big hole this time off the right side for Trayvon Jones, and Jones is in for the Indiana touchdown with 3:42 to go in the game.
He wasn't really touched from the line of scrimmage on until he got to the end zone. 18 yards.
Nope, not at all.
Kind of little slant off the right side. He went for the corner of the end zone there and went for the pylon, and
18-yard touchdown run.
It's like he did it himself.
As Jerry said, he was a blocking back all night. All right.
Points number 2, Tyler Mulak.
Tyler Mulak from the post for the right out of a Laurel hold. This is critical. The snap is low. Laurelli's going to have to throw. He's running for his life. Throws back toward the end zone, and it is no good. That is very important because now the Mustangs can win this with a field goal. Wow. That is not what they had in mind. 3:42 to go in the football game. The last couple of pages of this novel are going to be really exciting. We got them coming up. For those of you that are listening to Davis and Davis bonus coverage on WMBS and watching the game here on the South Union Township Sports Network, we'll be right back.
Tonight's game is being brought to you in part by State Representative Tim Mahoney of the 51st Legislative District. With offices in Uniontown and Chalk Hill, Representative Mahoney is dedicated to providing the best leadership and quality representation to his constituents. He can be reached at 66A Lebanon Avenue in Uniontown, 724-438-6100, and in Chalk Hill at 2925 National Pike, 724-437-2521. Good luck to all of the area teams from State Representative Tim Mahoney of the 51st Legislative District.
Welcome back to Mustang Stadium. 3 minutes and 42 seconds to go in the game. And Indiana has just scored to take a 2-point lead, 34-32, over Laurel Highlands. And so, Rick, going to be an interesting last 3.5 minutes of the game. But as Chester A. Riley used to say, what a revolting development this is. High and end over end. And the kick is going to be fielded, and coming off to the right is Richter. And he's out to the 35-yard line as we welcome those of you listening on WMBS to Davis and Davis bonus coverage of the Laurel Highlands Mustangs tonight.
I keep the yardage stats. I don't keep the time stats as much. I don't know how long the Mustang and the Indians held on to the ball, but they burned a lot of clock there.
They held on to the ball for about 6 minutes.
Yeah, so Laurel Highlands hasn't been a quick strike team. They can, maybe, but we really haven't seen it a lot. But they're going to have to move the ball now.
The advantage is that they do have a very strong field goal kicker. And I think that bodes well because you don't have to get into the end zone. A field goal wins this for you.
Probably if they could get down to the 15.
And that's not a good start to it. It's getting the ball is Savini, and he is dropped immediately.
He lost one on that.
Number 56, Cameron Richards for Indiana.
Cam Richards was there to make the stop.
Lost a yard on the play.
He lost a yard on the tackle.
11.
So make it 2nd and 11 now.
Pass.
Receivers to either side. Karwatsky is slant over the middle, and it is complete.
Well,
and going for a Laurel Highlands touchdown.
Into the end zone for the touchdown
is Jacob Dukeman. We saw that play all night, a nice little slant, and let's put it this way, folks. There are no flags. They're not a quick strike team. What do? They score quickly.
Well, they scored too quickly.
Yes, they did.
They're given, but 64 yards.
64 yards on the pass.
And once he got past the linebackers, he ran behind the linebackers, and he was gone.
What did we say, 64
yards. Dukeman, particularly in the second half, has been doing it on both sides of the ball. We've been calling his name about every other play on defense.
Absolutely.
And a number of them on offense.
All right, now this is going to be interesting. You're up by 4.
Did Laurel Highlands call a timeout?
So they're trying to decide whether they want to go for 2. Laurel Highlands has 2 timeouts left.
Why do you want to go for 2?
If you get the 40...
Field goal doesn't help them right now anyway.
No, that's
maybe if they score a touchdown and don't get the extra point, you want the 40. So
well, let's see what they're going to do. Laurel's going to go for 2. Karwatsky with it, looking for that slant. He goes to the outside, and he didn't get into the end zone. A beautiful play, a well-conceived play out there to Edenfield, and he got knocked out just before he got there by Chad Thurman. So the pass fails, and it's 38-34.
Ryan Hoff's getting a lot of pats on the head for that defensive play.
So with 2:55 to go in the game, Laurel Highlands takes a 38-34 lead. We're going to break because we need to catch our breath, but folks, don't go too far. Something's going to change. 2:55 to go in the game. Mustangs up by 4. You're listening to Davis & Davis bonus coverage on WMBS, and you're watching the Mustangs on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Good luck to the Mustangs from the South Union Township Supervisors, Rick Vernon, Jason Scott, and Robert Schiffbar.
Now this is Hoff with the football, and Hoff is going to be brought down at the 30-yard line. So that's where Indiana has it first down.
Taken by number 19, Jacob Clark for Indiana. He moves the ball to around the 30-yard line where it'll be 1st and 10 for the Indians.
Remember, Cameron Lee's is a nice weapon to have. And we welcome those of you listening on WMBS to Davis and Davis bonus coverage of tonight's game between Laurel Highlands and Indiana.
Laurel Highlands.
And Laurel Highlands is going to, as soon as we come back, but we'll keep it right here because there's 2:51 to go. There are a lot of people in this stadium that are not breathing right now, hoping that the Laurel Highlands Mustangs can make a big defensive stand. Those are the folks wearing red, white, and blue. The folks wearing black and red are hoping that their offense can put together another drive. We're just hoping for an exciting finish.
Well, I think we got one going here.
As Keith Jackson used to say, "Oh, Nelly, we got a barn burner here." How do you like that?
72.
Worked for years on that.
You did?
Yep.
72 total points scored tonight. That's
a lot of points for a high school game.
That is a lot of points. A lot of offense. I don't know if it was as bad a defense as it was good offense.
Yeah. I think it's just been very good offense. All right. Thomas will set his team now. Puts the 2 men at the boundary to the top. They've got a tight end on the near side. Gives the ball to Sleesman. Sleesman's got about 5 yards on the play.
They'll give up 3 or 4 or 5 yards of play. They don't want the big plays.
That's
they don't
right.
want to move the chains because the clock's running now. Indiana has 2 timeouts, and Laurel Highlands has 1 with 2:30 to go.
Manny Kelly made that stop. Sleesman has it again. Has good running room across the 40 into the 41-yard line.
Yard line. Gain about 8, and it's another 1st and 10, Indiana.
Indiana has a 1st and 10. The first down stops the chains. They'll move the chains to stop the clock. Let's say that in the right order.
And if you're Laurel Highlands, you'd want those chains moved more quickly. It was a little slow on moving those chains at a home game.
And the Mustangs are going to be called for too many men on the field as the ball was snapped as Sean Richter was sprinting to the sideline. So that's going to be a penalty against Laurel Highlands.
5 yards being marked off.
5 yards for illegal participation and 2 minutes for too many men on the ice.
1st and 5.
All right, 1st and 5 now from the Indiana 45.
Clock's running.
On a running clock, they need to keep them out of the end zone. Hoff has the ball trying to get inside. He's not going to make it. He has the first down at the 48-yard line of Laurel Highlands, but Jacob Dukeman was going to make sure that he doesn't go anywhere else.
Number 30, Jacob Dukeman for the Mustangs to the 46.
So that stops the clock, 1st and 10. Indiana has 2 timeouts left. Laurel Highlands has 1. 1st and 10 from the Mustang 46-yard line. Indiana needs a touchdown. Sleesman slicing through, got about 3 yards on the play. Dassault comes up and makes the tackle.
2nd and 7.
That gives Sleesman a $1.63 for the night.
And guess who else was in on that play?
Not
Dukeman.
45. Dukeman?
Dukeman. He's kind of taken over the Chad Petrus I'm everywhere role in the last 5 or 6
on
minutes.
both sides of the field.
All right, Thomas, 2nd and 6. Fakes to Sleesman. He leads the rush. Going to throw downfield. Has a receiver there. Wide open, and making the catch is Thomas Arbuckle. And Arbuckle is down to the 22-yard line.
21-yard pass.
21-yard pass.
By the sophomore.
1st and 10. He's got to be nearing 200 yards passing.
Oh, he's
300 yards,
he's
rather.
over 200. 241.
241. 1:02 to go on a turning clock. Sleesman again. Sleesman with some good running room. He's got 5 yards again.
Indiana has 2 timeouts. They might want to use one.
They're going to use one here.
And we have a timeout, Indiana.
52.3 ticks left on a 4th quarter clock.
What a game.
Mustangs lead the Indians 38-34. You're listening to Davis and Davis bonus coverage on WMBS, and you're watching the Laurel Highlands Mustangs on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Smith, Lewis & Chess Financial Services in Uniontown would like to wish the Laurel Highlands football team and their coaches good luck this football season.
And welcome back to the Mustang Corral. Those of you listening to the game on WMBS's Davis and Davis bonus coverage, Vince Capozzi, Jerry Dupay, and Rick Frank with you. Let's set the scene. Mustangs up 4. Indiana has the ball 2nd and 5 on the Mustang 19-yard line, and Thomas will just throw the ball away. Incomplete.
Thomas's pass is incomplete.
Bring up a 3rd down and 5. Kind of curious play there. It had to be a misfire.
Or the receiver ran the wrong pattern, or the defender didn't let the receiver run the right pattern. You know, the quarterback gets blamed a lot, but it's an incompletion.
It almost looked like he was trying to throw the ball away because the receiver had peeled off. So 38-34 again, 49 seconds to go. Sleesman has the ball. Sleesman has good running room. He breaks a tackle. He's very close to and has an Indiana first down.
His way through is number 21, Noah Sleesman.
And the stripes stop the clock.
To set the chains.
Takes the ball down to the 13-yard line. 1st and 10.
LH coaches are even yelling for the first down markers.
All right, ball is set on the Laurel Highlands 12. Thomas will throw. The pass is complete to Hoff. Hoff is knocked out of bounds at the 6-yard line with 32 seconds to go.
More importantly, he got knocked out of bounds. That stops the clock. That's like another timeout.
Inside the 10-yard line down to the 7.
So they're going to put it now at the 7, Rick. And they have been. That is correct. They have been throwing everything to the left side.
Lone receiver on the left.
All right. One receiver on the near side, one receiver on the far side. Sleesman, the bodyguard for Thomas, in the gun. Laurel Highlands on the blitz, and they might have got there too soon. No, they were enticed offside by illegal procedure against Indiana. That's a good break. That moves the ball back 5 yards.
Penalty marked off against Indiana.
Bring it back to the 12-yard line. Make it now 2nd down and 9.
I wondered why Ryan Richter was 3 steps into the backfield. He was drawn.
Oh, he was there almost to intercept the snap. But there's a reason he was there. It's because somebody moved up front. All right, 31.9 seconds to go. Indiana has the ball trailing by 4. They have a timeout left. Trayvon Jones is now in the backfield. Thomas will throw. He is hit as he throws to Hoff, and the pass is going to be incomplete, out of bounds.
Pass is out of bounds.
And Thomas got blasted.
The receiver tried to drag his feet, tried to catch the ball, and his feet were just too far out of bounds.
Well, I tell you what, that official on the line took his time to make sure he got it right. Made sure the play crystallized in his mind. 3rd down and 9 from the Laurel Highlands 12 with 26 seconds left to play.
And they have to score a touchdown. They're down by 4.
That's
Field
right.
goal, as good as he is, isn't going to.
So Laurel Highlands got to keep him out of the end zone. That's all they got to do in the next 26 seconds. Mustangs show blitz. The ball's going to be thrown to the corner, and it is going to be complete for a touchdown. In the far corner, it was Noah Clark pulling in the touchdown. Or was that Hoff again? That was Hoff on the other side. So Hoff hauls in the touchdown with 21.5 seconds to go. That gives Indiana a 40-38 lead.
And attempting the extra point is number 2, Tyler Mulak.
Mulak at the post to the right. This to make a field goal, have to tie it. Snap is high, the kick is blocked. Petrish.
And the attempt is no good.
And that's what the Mustangs were trying to do with the 2-point conversion on the last touchdown, was make it so that if this disaster happened, it would be a tie game, but they couldn't get that done. So, it's not over yet, Vince.
It isn't over till it's over, as Yogi Berra used to say. We're going to have to take a break. Get yourself settled. It's going to come back and get real exciting with 21 seconds to go in the game. Mustangs trail by 2. You're listening to Davis and Davis bonus coverage on WMBS, and you're watching the Mustangs on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Unless they get it down into the 20.
Welcome back to Laurel Highlands. Let's set the scene very quickly. 21 seconds to go. Mustangs trail by 2. The kick is going to be taken on the far side by Fike. He comes across the 20 to the 25, and with 15 seconds to go, he will be brought down at the 26-yard line. So the Mustangs can still win it with a Cameron Leza field goal. The problem is they've got to get downfield quickly with only one timeout.
1st and 10.
They need to get about 59 yards. I think at the 15-yard line, he could kick a 30-yard field goal, 32-yard field goal.
Yeah, I'm going to be optimistic. I'm going to say he can hit a 30.
We got 4 deep on the defense.
All right, but that's okay because you can throw it underneath of him, get the first down.
A little hook and ladder?
Well, you don't even need that. You got 15 seconds. The clock stops on a first down. And we have a change at quarterback. And throwing out here in the flat is Ian Edenfield, and that pass was incomplete, looking for Savini.
I think they were showing Wildcat there.
Mm-hmm.
Basinger's pass is incomplete.
And having Edenfield throw that pass.
Now they're saying that was Basinger, but that looks like number 2, which is Ian Edenfield. Ian's got the ball again, has time, just going to throw it up for grabs, and it is going to be incomplete at the 45-yard line.
3rd down.
They were looking for Petrish, the tight end. So with 7.8 seconds to go, Laurel Highlands will take a timeout. We'll keep it right here.
And once again, a reminder, Laurel Highlands fans, that next week, Laurel Highlands
Mustangs have one more timeout. 7.8 seconds.
Returning home here in 2 weeks.
Karwatsky's pacing the sidelines.
So next week, Greensburg Salem. Returning home here.
First time we've seen Ian Edenfield at quarterback this year. At first, I did think it was Connor.
As you travel to Montour.
I think the Wildcats the only thing that I could think of that you would do that the first time.
Yeah, because usually we see Connor Basinger, but that is definitely number 2 at quarterback. 2 ways I can tell that, because of his size and his number. All right, Edenfield to throw, over the middle, complete to Petrish, and it's the hook and ladder. And getting the ball is Fike, and Fike is out to, and there's a flag on the play.
First down.
Penalty flag.
Fike is out to the 42-yard line. That's most likely going to be a face mask. There are 0.2 seconds left to go, which Ryan Hoff does not agree with. So
the Zebras are conferring.
It looked like the flag would be a face mask. Referee coming to the side. Now he turns his back on us, so we're not really sure here. Oh, it's an illegal forward pass. So that little flip was not a lateral. That was an illegal forward pass.
Personal foul.
So 0.2 seconds.
Okay, good. Should be on the other side. So now we want. All right, now we
So you have the illegal forward pass, which comes with loss of down and 10 yards. Now the official's still trying to sort it out as well.
Is there a penalty on top of that?
Well, there should be the penalty
from the spot of the infraction, from the spot?
Yep, so they'll lose the down. 3rd down and 10. They'll take it back.
3rd and 10.
And this is going to be throw it as far as you can and hope the band comes out the block for you. Edenfield, as far as he could throw it. A bunch of people there. It is knocked down by Braden Laurel, and the game is over. And with a touchdown in the final minute of the game, the Indiana Little Indians come away with a 40-38 win over the Laurel Highlands Mustangs in a heartbreaker in the home opener here at the Mustang Corral. Rick and I will be back to recap tonight's game. You're listening to bonus coverage of high school football, Davis and Davis bonus coverage on WMBS. And you're watching the Laurel Highlands Mustangs on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Weekend. Please be safe.
Back at the Mustang Corral, 40-38. The Mustangs lose a heartbreaker to Indiana tonight. Mustangs go to Grade 9 play next week when they'll head down to Offutt Field, historic Offutt Field in Greensburg, to take on the Golden Lions about 4 blocks from my birthplace. So should be like going home for me as we take the Mustangs down to Greensburg. So that, my friends, tells you the story. Indians 40, Mustangs 38. Tonight's game was brought to you as a joint cooperative venture featuring Township Supervisors Bob Schiffbauer, Rick Vernon, and Jason Scott, Atlantic Broadband, Armstrong Cable, and our friends at CUTV, J.R. Wheelie, Gary Smart, and their staff. I'm Vince Capozzi with Rick Frank and Jerry Dupay. This has been a South Union Township Sports Network presentation. We'll see you next week.